Kick Out Crew. James L. Corey. Brad Stanton. Coach Rosie. Adam from Bama. Mike Whitaker. Devin Dowling. The Kick Out Crew Podcast. Available on all major podcast platforms and watch videos exclusively on YouTube.
Hi, welcome to episode 22. The guys had a lot of fun without me last week. Fucking dickheads. Everybody had a grand old fucking time. Probably one of the funniest episodes without old James. So fucking take away, y'all show.
Scissor, 22 scissor. It's time to scissor on 22, fellas. Let's go.
On 22s. All right, that being said, welcome to episode 22 of the Kick Out Crew. I am James L. Corey, if you already forgot about me because you didn't really see me in the last episode. And,
hey, is that Deb in the background? Get
yeah,
Deb
sure.
Bring her in. Bring her in. I saw you trying to sneak Deb in
How
there.
did you see her? She's sneaking away.
I
saw you talking to somebody and I knew it wasn't your kid.
See, they always say we start out slow. Here we are, jumping out there. Which
got
is good to start out
scissoring,
fast,
we got
'cause, boy, we cover some good matches today.
The best.
That being said, want to appreciate everybody joining last week. Adam, Frank, and Bryant. Really enjoyed that. I thought it was hilarious looking back at it. Yeah, everybody did good. I thought it was funny. I'm not going to ramble too much about last week's episode because I wasn't fucking on it. So, no, I'm kidding. But that being said, let's get this one rolling. We're on episode 22. It's Emmett Smith's number. Fucking love Emmett Smith. Go to hell, Brad. And I really don't have that much to say. I guess just kind of catching up with everybody. So, Brad, bend away.
So we talked a little bit about Top Guy Weekend last week, but I want to say a little bit more. Let's see. Randy's son. Now, let me ask you a question. What was that liquor that you had in the bottle? What was that?
Sailor Jerry. Kind of, it's
Jerry.
a good rum. And since I live on the beach now, arg.
All right. So this is probably about, what do you think? About 1 o'clock in the morning, Friday night?
Everything's a blur. So your guess is as good as mine.
There's not a whole lot to this story, but it's a story that felt like it went on for me forever. So we got the Sailor Jerry, and Randy's son over here says to me, you know what you could do?
I just figured out exactly what you're talking about.
You could get me a Sprite, and we could drink this.
Wait, are you sure? Hey, if you're going to talk like me, you got to like, we get, I heard a little shit last week.
So
get down, too. Like the Southern Jerry.
1 o'clock in the morning, everything in this hotel is closed, and there is a vending machine. I do know where the vending machine is. So, by the way, you're not being very nice at this time. I
was trying to coach you through the moment.
It was like almost angry. You've been telling me this for a long time, which I just found out. So, all right, I'm going. I go down the stairs. Now I'm feeling pretty good at this point, real good actually. And I look at the vending machine. There's Pepsi, there's Mountain Dew, and then there's 10 different kinds of water. So I'm like, okay, I don't see any Sprite. Walk back up the stairs. And you say, well, then go ahead and get a Mountain Dew. And I'm not going to tell you again.
Okay. Just because I talk loud, it's not abrasive.
So I come back downstairs again, and I get out my dollar bills. I put $1 bill in, spits it back out. Put the other dollar bill in, spits it back out. A third, spits it back out. Like, oh my gosh. So then a $5 bill. All right, I got a $5 bill. Put that in, spits it back out. I'm like, what in the world? So, all right, wait. This is one of those new vending machines that takes credit cards. Okay. I swipe my credit card. Declined. I swipe it again. Declined. I am at this point, I'm gone. I'm gone for, it felt like an hour, but it was at least 10 minutes. Because I just kept putting money in the machine and it just kept spitting back out of me, credit card back at me. So I'm afraid to walk up the stairs. I know what's up there waiting for me. Angry boy that wants to drink this stuff.
Hey,
You were not happy. You were
Go
not
ahead.
happy.
Go ahead.
So I
with
get
your
back
story.
up and it's like, it's these freaking eyes connect with me across the lobby. And you're looking at me like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck are you doing? I couldn't get it. I thought it was on camera. I funniest home videos. I could not buy the soda. Eventually, I heard there was a Dr. Pepper involved.
What? No, then you come up with the 5 and try to hand me the 5.
I forgot this part.
Here's the thing. While you're gone, every Tom, Dick, and Harry's walking over to me. Hey, man, you got anything for that liquor? Hey, man, let's drink. Let's party. Let's drink. I'm like, oh, Brad's getting soda. You know, the third time you come back with a 5, like, it's not working. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it's not working? It's just not working. It's not working for me here. I'm like, you can't work a vending machine? And you're just like, it just spits it out every time.
I mean, these are crisp dollar bills. These are crisp 5s. I'm pretty sure my credit card had at least $3 on it. Pretty sure. It was a long night. All right. I didn't know if I maybe went over the limit, but anyway, very funny. Just a simple story, but it was just.
I was wondering what the fuck vending meant. Now I completely get it.
Just thinking back on it, just remembering your face and just that face of like disappointment and like why can't you just?
I wasn't mad, Brad. I was just disappointed.
Not mad, just disappointed. Like getting a C- on the test that we studied all night for. That's what I felt like. I just could not please.
When you came back with that 5, like, it's not working. I can't work it. I'm like, what?
I can't do it anymore. I give up. Let's just drink the bottle. Let's just drink what's in the bottle without
I
it.
think somebody ended up giving me a Dr. Pepper. And then like everybody took like one shot and was like, well, we're gonna go to bed. I'm like, what the fuck? So that Dr. Pepper was 90% full by the time I went to bed.
And good
So,
old
Brad.
James, as late as that was, he was up at 11 o'clock the next morning. He had a beer again. What's that?
Yep.
Like,
All day.
So Randy's son did it to me on Sunday. And what I end up doing is going to the front desk because you can buy drinks from the front desk.
you can buy drinks from the front desk at 1
can
o'clock
buy-
in the morning.
You can buy beer up until 2 o'clock in the morning at the front desk.
Well,
I
you
just
know,
went in the cabinet.
I didn't know anything about Chicago time.
So Friday night, it's 1:50 in the morning, and it's literally just me and Mike still in the lobby, just standing there talking. He walks over to the lobby person. He's like, "Can I just get another Miller Lite?" or whatever he says. I can't understand what he's saying when he's across the room. But he comes back with 3 Miller Lights in his hands, and he's like, "They stop at 2."
I had to be sure.
I mean,
it's
our
just
state of
fun.
mind at this point, you know, it was a long day because I know we started drinking beers at City Works at about 12 o'clock. So it was,
Yes. Well, we were waiting on Adam that day too.
yeah, Adam that went to Dunkin'
Yeah.
Donuts 2.5 hours, Costco.
Was that
acting like
Saturday?
some kind of-
Like,
Oh no, that was
that
Friday.
was
Friday.
Saturday. I think oh yeah, that's right. Because me and my dad went and got breakfast and
I had
Oh,
the
I
honor
mean,
of
it's
putting the
11
nail
o'clock, so
in Brad's
it's kinda like
coffin one
noon.
night.
what's that?
What was
Coach?
that, Coach?
I had the honor of putting the nail in Brad's coffin one night. Put you out at the end of one night.
I'm guessing that was Saturday night because that's definitely a nail in the coffin night.
Yep.
That lasted till 10 o'clock the next morning.
Ask
Oh,
James.
we were out-
When we get down, we get down.
Damn.
We were out in that parking
I'm
lot.
on vacation.
I
Then Brad
definitely,
goes to bed. 2 hours later, I go to the same room because we were sharing a hotel room, and he's already sound asleep.
oh yeah. Well, it didn't help that I was drinking Long Island iced teas too. Those are no joke. No joke.
Then
See,
when,
James, you're
when
drinking-
me and my dad met Shivani, my dad's like, "Do you behaving, James?" I'm like, "Always, Tony." And then he's like, "Yeah, you know, something about drinking." My dad's like, "You should have heard him snore last night like a damn grizzly bear. He's see through everything." Blah blah blah. And Tony's like, "You should really get a CPAP machine. You know, you should get that looked at, James." You know, I got a CPAP machine and blah blah blah. And I was, and my dad's like, "I'm just kidding." But Tony's like, quick, like, "You should look into a CPAP machine. Have you thought about that?" Like, He went all
Sounds
Sounds
over.
like old JR.
So anyway, late night with the Kick-Out crew. Late night with the Kick-Out crew.
Always.
Back to you, James.
And early
All
morning.
right. Hey, yeah, damn right. Yeah. What a very financially invested weekend I had, or about 2 weeks of bunch of good luck.
Our tax dollars really helped the Schaumburg area. As it was an honor to help their infrastructure.
I'm pretty
So
sure
that's
we
just
keep
done a
City
lot.
Works in business if they keep going there.
Yeah, no joke. I went there 3 times. You did too.
Yeah.
Good restaurant. It was good.
And I think last year I think I went 4 times.
You might have won 4 times this time.
More than like, because everybody's like, where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? I'm like, fuck it, nobody's deciding. Go next door.
The best is John Alba, though. The best is John Alba looking at us when he walked in there on Friday, like, oh shit, these guys are here. But if you're gonna hide, pal, if you're gonna hide, how about you hide somewhere other than the place connected to the hotel?
Yeah, like downtown, maybe, you know.
At
You know
least
our
he sat
asses
with
ain't
us.
going downtown.
He sat with us and it was actually awesome. I sat with him and have lunch.
Yeah, he
And another
barely
great
there.
story
He
was-
seriously barely.
Was when DoorDash didn't bring Ed's meal. You remember how fucking he was freaking out on that Friday
Let's
night?
talk about that for one
Let's
second. All right,
not-
second story.
Can we not
I
talk
walk
about
in.
Ed at Top Guy Weekend? Because
I walk in. He's the
he
first
had a
one I
comedy of
see.
errors that weekend.
Dives into my arms. Dives into my arms. Greatest moment. I'm like, hey, Ed. He's like, hey.
Father and son moment.
Literally,
Right,
literally less than 5 minutes later, he threw his phone on the ground and is stepping on it. And I said,
Yes.
what's going on? And he said, it was one of the DoorDashes or it was Uber Eats or Grubhub. And I said, oh, I go, this is exactly what I expected from Ed Brady.
Look behind the curtain. Is
I
that
was
fucking
saying that
Mike's
same thing
dogs
at the
again?
pay-per-view.
My dog's
Yeah.
always barking at something.
Just great
Just
shit.
saying.
Well, anyway, that's a lot of Schaumburg talk.
Right, yeah, 2 weeks ago. But hey, good to see you guys again. Adam,
Yeah, right.
last episode, crushed it.
Thank you.
That was
Amazing.
hilarious. There were a lot of times I was like, man, that dude's funny.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Waka waka waka.
That horse deal had me rolling. I was like, oh my God, he didn't.
I like how Devin had no idea what I was talking about.
No, I had to Google it today. I didn't even know.
After you Googled it, what did you think?
Oh, I think it's hysterical, kind of.
He needed kryptonite. He just needed a horse.
Right? Or a horse
last
named
week was a
Kryptonite,
fun
huh?
episode. Last week,
You
we had
think
Brian
they used the
Lorenzo.
seed of that horse and named the horse Kryptonite? Because in that equestrian world, you know, that's high dollar sperm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Anyway, enough about that. Mike, you got anything you want to talk about?
Well, actually, I do. I got something little here. I was going through and I was trying to think of something else to talk about this week. And I came up across stupid laws in different states. So I'm like, all right, cool. There's 6 of us, 6 different states. Let's see what we got. So I got a couple for each state.
Every time.
Can you
Here,
read
here,
the
Mike.
writing?
We're gonna hear you, Mike.
You went mute again.
You're mute, Mike.
This is a kung fu movie. He said the state of Georgia. If it's mute,
I'm coming
you're
back. Am I
ignorant.
back?
There you
There
go.
it is.
All
There
right.
it is.
All right,
Hey.
thank God.
My shit pops up when something happens. I don't know what the fuck it does.
Tip.
Okay. But Pennsylvania, a bedroom cannot be no more than 200 feet from a bathroom.
A victim?
No, a bedroom cannot be 200
Bedroom.
feet.
Oh, bedroom.
Yeah, bedroom.
Oh,
Fortune telling is. I got
Took
this is a
very
good one. Hold on.
turn, Rosie.
I'm not even getting. I'm not
I
even
got my
getting
earbuds
one.
on.
Fortune telling is illegal for personal gain.
In what state?
Pennsylvania. These are in Pennsylvania.
Such
Okay.
losers here.
You cannot catch fish with your bare hands.
No noodling?
And yep. And Brad, you cannot buy a car on Sundays.
Hell yeah. Let's keep it that way.
Is that really a
Keep it
law?
that way.
Dun, dun,
Off
dun,
Sunday.
dun, 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 dun.
So Georgia,
Great shit,
Over
man.
here.
I love these stupid laws.
in Georgia, you cannot carry an ice cream cone in your back pocket on Sundays.
Just
Monday
saying.
through Saturday, you're good. Sundays, you can't. Yeah. You cannot keep a donkey in your bathtub. You're allowed to have in your bathroom. It's not allowed to go in your bathtub. You cannot put a dead bird in your neighbor's yard. That's illegal. And the most important thing, you cannot whistle after 11 p.m. on Mondays.
Inside or outside? Doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter. You
But
just
what
can't
if you're
whistle
at
after.
work?
It doesn't matter.
You can't whistle while you work?
I guess not.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. Not after 11 on Mondays.
That's
Tuesdays.
only for 1 hour.
What if I work night shift? Oh yeah, I guess it is only 1 hour.
It's only 11 to midnight.
Before you continue, next year at Top Guy Weekend, we got to find out the Illinois laws, and then we got to look and see what everybody's doing, and then like the police.
And then be like,
Break
hey Ed, you should totally do this outside in the public.
Okay, so in Alabama, it is illegal to flick your burgers in the wind. So you better wipe that shit on.
That's why you eat them.
Yeah. You cannot wear a fake mustache in church.
Yeah, everybody knows
Oddly
that.
Specific.
Yep.
Everybody knows that.
It's illegal to wrestle a bear. Can't do that. Now here's a good one. You cannot drive blindfolded. However, you can drive the wrong way down a one-way street if you have a lantern on the hood of your car.
Oh, Chicago.
So that's why I messed up. I didn't have a lanyard.
Going down the one-way street, driving in medians and shit.
I didn't have a lanyard. That's where I messed up.
In New York, you cannot sell dog or cat hair. Against the
Tony
law.
Schiavone couldn't sell it here.
Sorry, Tony.
Yep. You cannot throw a ball at somebody's face for fun. Out of anger, you can, but you cannot do it.
Pleasure?
You cannot do it. Yeah, you cannot do it for fun.
What about two balls?
For
Two balls
pleasure.
you might be able to put in their face. Yeah.
Oh,
You cannot greet.
you did there.
You cannot greet somebody with your nose on your thumb, wiggling your fingers. Against the law to do that.
Hey guys.
Three guys at once.
Yep.
Fucking
And
Yankees.
you cannot take a selfie with a tiger.
Now that's very, very funny because a lot of these laws go way back, right?
Yeah, a lot of them do. And a lot of them
Not
are
a
the same.
tiger, but a lion is okay, not a tiger.
But like
Yep.
selfie's kind of a newer thing because these are old laws and that's what makes them funny. But selfie is kind of 21st century,
Yeah, that's a new word.
What had to happen for that to happen? You know what I mean?
That I do not know.
And why so
Okay.
specific again, right?
Yeah, like that ice cream cone one. I'm really wondering, like, was there a town hall meeting and someone's like hammered, like, damn it, they had
think it was a
ice cream
chocolate
cone in
ice
their
cream
back
cone.
pocket on a
Powdered
Sunday.
wigs on, pissed off,
Like, what kind of world are we
And-
living in when we allow that?
And right now, here it's hunting season. So in Arizona,
Yeah, bring
you
it.
cannot hunt camels.
Well,
Against
hey,
the law to
listen.
hunt.
Stop right there. I've been hunting camel toes in Arizona for a
Oh.
good 30, 35 years.
Yeah.
Well,
That law's a
this is
joke.
nothing about the camel toe. This is camels.
I like that. That was a
You,
good one.
you cannot
I'm
eat
dead. That
grass.
was funny.
You cannot eat grass where there is cows or sheep.
Dude, I'll stop you right there again. Under all cow dung, there's usually some good shrooms, and the grass that you smoke
so-
there, trust me, we're not eating in Arizona, pal.
You
Oh,
you want to
I
talk about cow dung? Do you know what one of the high school I went to? One of the things that they do out there at the football field is they line off the football field and make squares about yay big, and they sell the squares like A4 or B7, and they let a cow go out there, and if the cow shits in the square, you get the money.
That's a good bet.
My school's
That's
done that before.
What the
Like,
fuck
I mean,
is happening?
you buy squares, and if the cow happens to shit in the
I
square, you
understand
get the money.
concept. That is
Yeah.
insane.
And This one I wish was in Georgia. Kids are not allowed to sing nursery rhymes after 8 p.m.
We definitely broke that law.
It's in the law. And coach,
Especially
I'm
as young as
sorry.
your kids are. I bet that would be
Do
like,
it, citizens
can't do
arrest.
it.
And the last one for Arizona, and I'm sorry, coach, and hopefully you don't go to jail. you cannot have more than 2 dildos in a household.
Hey, Lynette, grab that one we have. You know that one I ordered on Amazon? That big black one.
Saw that coming.
No, it was a gag gift. We got and
Sure.
it's huge. It's like
Look,
it's huge.
like it's
It
out
looks
of
like a
frame.
fire hydrant. If you can find that,
It's
find
out
that
of
for me,
frame.
Nettie.
You guys
Now-
have cleaned it before it's
We only
going
have
on
one.
camera, right?
in Florida, an unmarried woman cannot parachute on Sundays.
I can already
So you have
tell
to-
how this state's gonna go.
Yeah, right. Florida, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't eat bath salts on Tuesday after 7. You know, some shit like that.
Kill who
If
you
your
want,
neighbor's if your neighbor's house is on fire, you have to tell them. If you don't tell them their house is on fire, you will go to jail.
That
They
just
will
sounds
lock your
petty
ass
as
up.
fuck.
That's in the spirit of Jerry Seinfeld right there.
For
Good
real.
Samaritan law.
Like, well, I'm not gonna, they videotape the
Yep.
robbery type thing.
Yeah.
Another fishing one, you cannot fish while you're driving over a bridge. Keep both
the
hands
same
on the
time?
wheels
You
at the
can't
same
throw it
time.
out. You can't cast while you're going out, out the window.
That's right.
Okay.
And last and most important, it is illegal to have sex with a mailbox.
That's the one I wonder how that, like,
Sure, thank you.
technically it's not illegal. Well, we need to make a law saying that it is.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna be drawing a picture for Twitter for the teaser for that one.
I found
A
it.
dude fucking a mailbox.
There's some dude standing up next to it, mailbox on his crotch.
Just
happening.
like pants halfway down, like
Yeah, there's like and then a woman driving by, and then the cops.
But you see, if you got one of those
Mailbox.
double-sided mailboxes, someone could stand at the back, and then while the mail lady comes to put the mail
problem
in,
right here.
So
is
when
how
he's
much-
about to come, does he flip the red thing up? Because like package.
delivered.
what the
There it
hell,
is.
Coach?
I just took it out of the package.
What the fuck is going on here?
It was a gag gift. Look how
All right,
big
I'm
that
gonna
is.
tell you guys.
For those
right
only
now,
listening to audio, be
Yes,
sure to
please.
check out the video.
please
as
go
big as my
right now to
head.
YouTube.
So
Coach
I can
was
get
not.
one more, Mike. I can get one more.
You
You
can,
better
yeah, you
watch
can
it.
have
The
one
cops
more.
could be
You
on the
can have
way.
no more than 2.
Only one more though.
This has been sitting in our
So-
closet for years.
So
I bet.
if any of us get in trouble for
Look, I
anything,
just took it out of the
go
package.
for it.
Hey,
Yeah.
You
you
took the
told
cock
her,
out of-
hey Lynette, put it in the package so it acts like it's new. Clean off the, never mind. I'm gonna leave that where it's at.
Mike, that was good shit, man.
Yeah, that was funny, Mike.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
and the fact that Coach has it there is the best. You guys
Hey,
have to
I know a
watch
girl
the
that ate
video.
her own shit, so you need to make sure you clean all your sex toys and
Sounds like a t-shirt.
everything. The more you know.
This
Suckers
might get
got
taken
screwed.
off of YouTube.
Did not start off slow today. at all.
Right.
Well, we've had 2 weeks off. We're all like ready to explode.
We're ready.
That's true. We got to follow a good episode that, half of us gone and you just keeping them other ones, got a lot to live up to.
Made
Wait
up.
till episode 25.
Made do, right?
I will say Adam Simmons is pretty fucking funny too.
Yeah, he's
And how
great.
knowledgeable is
funny,
Brian
obviously.
Lorenzo? He knows his shit.
Yeah.
He knows his
Bryant
shit.
is hey man. He's good people.
I had a
too.
good conversation with his mom at
And
We
that's
actually
all.
sat behind him at the pay-per-view. Like I walked down to our seats, so I'm like, holy shit. And he like kind of turns around and I was like, hey man, what's up? And he's like, oh, no way. And I was like, yeah, at least you're in front of me, because of the whole like I'm standing up too much bullshit. So then Alba comes up there. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? And he's like talking to Brian. He looks up, he's like, oh man. He goes, did y'all play in this? And Brian's like, nah, it just happened. Then Alba's like, I'm sorry. And like walked off. So then Brian's mom like kind of gives me a little like side eye thing. I'm like, he's joking.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm just watching the pay-per-view. I'm like, oh, there's Randy and Randy's son. Oh, there's Bryant. It's cool seeing you guys on
And his
TV. Took
mother.
a picture of it. Yeah, and Mrs. Ramsey.
Yeah.
She was cool. I had a good conversation with her at Cup that weekend.
I was just watching her watch everybody else curse.
I will say there were some people up at the front. I don't know who the fuck they were, but I don't think they were down with the like how we all kind of know each other and we all kind of bullshit around because we all kind of know each other, and they were like every time people would talk or something. But hey, it's their weekend, you know.
Yeah, maybe you should talk to us. You know,
Right? Yeah. I didn't feel the camaraderie. Did you say hi to anyone? Did you go to the fucking lobby?
I literally didn't feel the camaraderie. Talk to anybody. Anybody I talk.
Did you walk past the lobby at any point in time and during the day?
There was only one person I avoided there. Let's leave it at that.
Oh, you're talking about? Never mind. I'm not even going to bring it on here.
I'm talking about the purchase price one.
Oh, I understand exactly what you're saying. I just wasn't going to mention it.
Yeah. Well, that's all done.
Speaking of that, what's on today's agenda, Brad?
All right. So today, Coach picked to do his bio, which is Mr. Baron von Rashke.
Rashke. Get it right. Baron von Rashke.
Sorry,
the
buddy.
master of the claw.
So this was his choice, and something very unique to us, something we didn't know a lot about. So, Coach, you're going to do a little talk about him. So take it away.
Yeah. Baron von Rashke is a very important wrestler in my life. He was probably one of my father's favorite wrestlers. And he was the first wrestler that was introduced to me as a kid. My dad used to love to put the claw on me as a kid. And he even did it up until he passed away. He did it to all the grandkids. That was kind of his thing. You'd go up to him like Baron von Rashke and put the claw on him. So this is a memory of my dad. So Baron von Rashke was born in Nebraska. His real name is James Donald Rashke. He was born in 1940, July 20th, 1940. He broke into the business in 1966 in the AWA as a referee, but that didn't last long because soon after that, in 1967, he became a wrestler. Now he's well known for the claw, but his first finisher was the Prussian sleeper. Because Prussia, Germany, that was the route he went. And he had a saying, and it went like this: I am ordered to win. I must win. I will win. That was his catchphrase. Simple and to the point. He'd throw the claw out there, bing, bam, boom. So finally he got some big matches. He was managed by the great classy Freddie Blassie. And in the mid to late 70s, he had a run with Bruno Sammartino. He almost beat him in the Garden twice. Yeah. So, I mean, he was huge. Even better than that, here's a very little known fact. Here's a trivia question. And the answer is not Arn Anderson. Who was the first NWA TV champion? You got it.
Baron von Rashke.
Baron von Rashke. You got it. The first ever NWA TV champ. He meandered through Mid-Atlantic, then went to the AWA, where he became the AWA tag team champ with the Crusher. And they had a long run as AWA champ. Well, he got sick of the AWA and went up to the Carolinas, back to the Carolinas in the NWA, where he was part of Paul Jones' army. Now, he started off the program before he went to Paul Jones. He filled in for Killer Khrushchev, or whoever that guy was, Crusher Khrushchev, and was the three-man trios champ, six-man champ with Nikita and Ivan Koloff. So after that, there was a deal between Ivan Koloff and Paul Jones, some type of trade, and Baron von Rashke went to Paul Jones. Now, he stayed with him for a little while, but he had a babyface turn, and he went up at Starrcade and beat one of Conrad and Tony's favorites, Pistol Pez Watley. Hell of a match. So that was 86. Now, he did break in with the WWE for a very short stint in 1988. A blip on the radar. I think he had a couple matches with the Barbarian. And he had about a 4-year hiatus where he went through the Indies. Then in 1993, WCW threw their Slamboree Legends Edition. And he was in a tag team match with Ivan Koloff, and they lost to Thunderbolt Patterson and Brad Armstrong. That was his last big match, because his last ever match was in 1996 in beautiful West Virginia against David Lynch. Where is he on the PWI 500 in 1996? I don't know, but must have been a hell of a wrestler. Beat him right there. But in 2010, he started a one-man stage show like Tyson. And that stage show turned into a documentary, which was released in 2020 and won some awards at the Sundance Film Festival. And a lot of you newer fans out there, you might have seen him recently on AEW when he put the claw on Ethan Page. Baron von
That's
Raschke, done a lot in this business. First TV champ, AWA tag team champ, movies made about him. Great man. That's Baron von Raschke, the claw.
It's nice.
I will say 1985, 86, 87, the Crockett stuff, worth checking out.
Very good, coach. Very well done.
Was Pez Shasta? Isn't that what he changed his name to when he like went with Paul Jones? Or am I missing all
I
that?
like calling him Pistol Piss.
And another thing.
Yeah. I like
Hey,
the top hat he used to wear.
Coach, did some kid get extra credit for doing that for you?
As a matter of fact,
That's awesome. That is so badass, dude. That's a loophole.
Freaking Mike with the heel turn.
Hey, that's two good jokes in a, that's two good jokes in a row, Mike.
Hey, you that's failing for extra credit. You know?
yeah, go research this guy that's not even German. He's from Nebraska. But he's
That is
pretending
so
he's German.
badass.
Don't tell Sorensen he'll go pick him up for lunch.
Yeah, no
Oh,
True. It'd be you know what? They should do a Legends House with Sonny Ono, Ernest the Cat, Baron von Raschke, James, Eddie. We'll throw Hacksaw Jim Duggan in there.
Mark
The
Nelson.
Honky Tonk Man.
it'll turn into Clue. I'll tell you that much. There's been a murder.
And Tony Atlas.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie, the cat, I didn't realize he was that fucking tall.
ain't big guy.
Yeah, it was something. Every time I turned around, Sorensen was with somebody.
We're like, hey,
Yeah.
Sonny.
He's a young
He
boy.
invited me and my dad to go to sushi with Sonny on. I was like, bro, he invited you. Like, he didn't invite us. Like, go have fun, man. It's your birthday. Like, enjoy.
It's your show.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he's taking a picture of Sting, and I'm like, that motherfucker.
Motherfucker, right?
Meeting
I
Sammy
saw that.
Guevara.
But I mean, let's be real though. If we were to join, then Sonny would have been like, all right, let's go back to the hotel. Then like we get dropped off. All right. You know. That happened to me one time as a kid, man. I walked to one of my friend's houses with another friend, and he let him in. Well, not my friend at the time, I guess, but he was a friend of a friend. We walk over there, no shit. He's like, well, hey, Matt could stay, but James, like, see ya. And I was like, all right.
Fuck that
no
guy.
lie, that happened. He lived a long way from home, so that was fun. The little jaunt. His dad felt bad and like wanted to give me a ride and everything. I was like, nah, I'll walk. Nah, I'm not wanted
good.
here because they were a rich town. It was, whatever. That being said, I guess we're talking about Baron von Raschke, and I'm just gonna go with the first match. Baron von Raschke versus Bernganya. The YouTube video that we watched had a date of July 13th, 1974. That is completely incorrect. I researched when they fought in Chicago, and there's a bunch of dates, and I'm not really necessarily sure which one this one is, but it's from sometime. And, I want to say it was actually from 72. Actually, hold on. Did I fucking closed it.
Are we not recording?
We are recording.
Oh, I didn't know what you were
No.
thinking.
I closed my notes because I looked up because I researched this one pretty heavy because I was like, this is not a right date. And I looked up when Von Raschke faced Byrne, like straight up did this research, and it listed every one of them. I want to say this is from 72, and maybe what we saw was from aired in 74. I don't know.
It was
But
2
it's
years
not
out.
that date.
So, all right.
Good match, though, wasn't it? The video we watched had Vern and Greg, I believe, doing the commentary. It was a voiceover, and it was fucking terrible. They shit the complete bed. It was uninspiring, which I'm very biased against Greg because obviously, big fan of Bischoff, and he just murders Greg every chance he gets. But yeah, just was not impressed with the commentary. And
wait, was Greg doing it or was Vern doing the commentary?
I think it was both of them. I think Vern and Greg were like,
no, so that was both of them.
Because I want to say they were talking like doing a highlight package of like them talking over old matches.
Well, they definitely were. It wasn't. Yeah, I get it. It was a little confusing.
Needless to say, they sucked. Sorry.
We know. Adam? Can you just tell us a little bit? I don't want to get into huge bios here, but a little bit about Vern.
Well, Laverne Clarence Ghania was born February 26, 1926. And he was an American amateur and professional wrestler. He was also a football player. He was a wrestling trainer and a wrestling promoter.
AWA.
He started out in the NWA, where he, I think he won the junior heavyweight title first in, 1949, I believe it was. Where'd he go? Yeah. No, 1950. I'm sorry. He actually he won his first title against Jack Dempsey.
Ooh, yeah, he's a hell of a fighter.
I'm sorry, never mind. And he was one of the referees. But anyway, in 53, they actually gave him a Chicago version of the NWA United States Championship. So he was in the NWA for a little bit. Ended up beating Lou Thez for the NWA World Championship. That's a big deal because everybody knows how big Lou Thez was and how good of a wrestler he was.
Yeah.
And so in 1960, he actually started the AWA, the American Wrestling Association, which was started out as the American Wrestling Alliance. But it got changed to the association. But 1960, defended the title against Bernganya in 90 days. Okay. So I didn't do a whole lot of research. I'm not real familiar with him.
That's all right. We don't need a ton. We just wanted to get an idea for the people at home of who he is.
And I did find that website.
He was
72 and 75, not in
He was Minnesota based. He did a lot of shows in Minnesota and a little part of Canada up there. So he ended up being a wrestler, then turned promoter, and a son, had 4 kids. Had Greg is probably the best known of the kids. And everybody has their opinion about Bernganya, so we won't go into that.
So, all right. So I'm not gonna do what I usually do here because this is a different type of match. And Coach, I wanted you to take the lead. You were talking about taking the lead a little bit in this and just talking about the style that was done in these, not just this match, but maybe the second match too with Mr. Perfect that we were going to talk about, and like how different today's wrestling is from then.
I definitely will. Wrestling back then, it was different. There was a lot more amateur wrestling aspects in it. In the matches you saw today, or that you can maybe do a watch along, but that we watched today, there were moves that were being held for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, same hold. Okay. Now, this is the big argument that a lot of the internet wrestling community and wrestling fans in general have. It almost seems like you're on one side or the other. Are you okay with the flip and fly like we have today? Or are you old school with what they call rest moves and the traditional wrestling? One of the matches we saw, and a lot of the matches during that time, their finisher was a drop kick. A drop kick? Yeah, that's how one of the finishes happened in one of our matches. When Tully Blanchard would do the off the rope suplex, basic. All that stuff was real basic.
Or crossbody. The crossbody was real big back then too, wasn't it?
True.
Crossbody off the top rope for the win, baby.
Yeah,
that's it. They weren't doing any black arrows or hurricane ranas or anything like that. The chewing tobacco spit would fly out of their mouth.
Canadian destroyer.
Right. And that's how people in their 40s and 50s, we were raised on that wrestling. And if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan and that whole time we talked about 10 episodes, the rock and wrestling generation, we wouldn't have what we had today. Because if wrestling was the way it was in the 70s, we wouldn't have it today in 2022. The product would not last because we are stimulated differently as humans. You know, we only had 3 TV channels back then. We rode bikes. We went to the park. You know, we played catch. You know, now if the wrestling wasn't the way it is today, it wouldn't hold the interest of people.
You remember
So
our parents being like, get out of the house, go outside, like, get the hell out of here. You know?
I definitely
Right.
remember 3 channels. I do remember that, Devin.
I remember being my parents' remote control too. Hey, get up there and turn it. Get up there and turn it. Go get me a beer. You know,
Having to go outside and move the satellite. How's that?
I remember moving the Bravehears, dude. I do remember doing that.
Evan has no idea what we're talking about.
No, I do.
Hold it.
Really not. You've seen it in
Slowly let your
shows.
hand go and you have to like back away.
My grandma still has TV with an antenna. She has like 6 channels and 4 of them are PBS.
Mm-hmm.
And you put the aluminum foil on it to make sure to see if you get better reception and whatnot.
Yeah.
I get NBC, but you got to turn it this way and like bend it back.
So I'm going to make this, Coach. I'm sorry. Did you have something else? I'm sorry.
No, you did great.
So I'm not going to do, like I said, what I traditionally do here, because there's not a lot to break down, because like you said, there's a lot of rest holds. And so I just kind of want to go to each of you with at least this first match. So what we saw here, there was a figure 4. They called it a grapevine. The claw by
That wasn't a figure 4 though. It was a standing leg press
a
thing.
grapevine. They called it a grapevine, which I had to go back.
I was like,
to hear
what?
that. Yeah. What are you doing there, Adam? I don't know.
I called myself. I tapped out.
All right. You have the claw by Von Rashke. Ghania, a lot of brawling, submissions in this match, chops, punches. Then there was an atomic drop, which was good. I loved the referee's attire. He had nice polo and slacks on. Looked very, very nice. So I guess there was definitely believability. And this is going to be all 3 matches, believability in this match. But then there was just the point where it was sleeper, claw, drop kick, but didn't get all of it. Backbreaker by Baron, went for the pin, but then he pulled up, which I thought was something a little more about today, like pulling up the heel, pulling up the head, and not going for the pin. And then Ghania got the pin somehow. I'm not really sure how that ended, but he got the pin.
It was a terrible move.
So I guess, Devin, I want to start with you. I know you've never seen this before. What'd you think?
Honestly, the match, I was pretty bored. It was very slow. Like you guys kind of referred to, the rest holds were just, constant in this match. And throughout all the matches that we kind of watched today. The one thing I did like about it, though, was Bernganya doing his own commentary over his match. It's
bullshit.
It's kind of cool. Like the only time that I remembered ever seeing it was WWE will do it with like a legend. They'll have them rewatch their old matches. But
that's like me watching this podcast and doing commentary on it about how well I did. Yeah,
you should try that next
Brad
week.
guy funny. Anyway, Adam, you're a wrestling purist. You had to get some inspiration from something like this. What do you think?
I mean, this is the speed they had back then. I mean, it's either, just like Coach said earlier, either you love it or you hate it.
Right.
And I mean, it's, you don't see them come off the ropes a whole lot. It's not a whole lot of selling. I'm rewatching it right here. It's just sleepers and claws. I'm watching right now.
Hey, watch this match real quick now.
The finish is a rope move, though, huh?
Well, I watched the wrong match. I watched Baron
the tag match. How's that even a thing?
Because it was in the chat. I mean, that's what I look.
Thank you.
We're gonna have this new
7
thing.
fucking matches and be like,
called,
hey, we're doing.
Y'all sent like 6 matches. I mean, what the hell?
I don't know how many times I repeated what we were doing, Adam.
I didn't hear none of them.
I know. Apparently,
I didn't hear any of it.
So, how about you, Mike? What'd you think?
But no, it's just.
I'm sorry, Adam.
Yeah, let me fucking finish. But yeah, the pull up. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, I know he was wanting to do the claw again, but if y'all want, I don't know if y'all noticed, but it seemed like some of this match got cut out.
Oh,
yeah, same as the next match too.
I wish all of it got cut out.
Hey, now, James.
Thanks a lot.
It looked like he tried to. It looked like he tried to do a belly back suplex, and Bernganya pushed him off the ropes, and just kind of fell and turned. And I don't even know if that, I don't even look like that was supposed to be the finish. It really didn't look like that was supposed to be the finish.
Yeah, it could have been. I'm not sure. It did.
Yeah.
Like Coach
The
said, he's not real sure
commentary
about the
does
finish
say
either.
whoever, I think it was Greg, was like, man, it looks like he banged his head real hard right there because he popped right back up after the three. But I guess you had him dazing up for the three. And he was like, yeah.
Good night, everybody.
I like how Bernganya would work on an arm, work on a leg. I mean, he was real good about doing that. So that was one good thing I like to see. Just find a body part, work on it. Find a body part, work on it. So that was a good part of the match.
All right, Mike, tell me what you thought, pal.
Well, it was definitely different compared to what, like y'all said, what we're used to now.
Right.
And it wasn't so much boring. It was like different. And it's like, to me, I wondered what people that watched it then would think about it now. So like, y'all's fathers and everything else that watched it then, how they would think about things now. But I mean, there's a couple of interesting things in there, here and there. And it just wasn't like something that you had to keep your eye on for the whole time. He put him in a headlock. You can go to the bathroom real quick and take a piss and then come back.
It'll be in the headlock.
It would be the same move.
It'd be
At
the
least I
same
learned
move.
some Japanese, not in this match, but I did learn some Japanese today.
Yeah, that was awesome. I
Right.
can't wait to ask for James who the commentators were in that Japanese match, and I will be asking.
I knew
James,
that was happening.
James, what I kind of know what you think, but I want to hear it anyway.
Well, okay, here's the deal. Like, I get the rest hold thing. I know that was popular back then, but it wasn't really rest holds because they actually they would like flex their face a little bit or turn a little bit. So they were always kind of moving and shaking. Yes, they are like doing the claw, but he's also like, all right, and then like he'll re-slap again, like do shit like that. Like, so I get, at least because people say rest holds and they act like they just have him in a headlock just standing there. Like, no, they're selling it, they're grinding, they're doing whatever they need to do. So I appreciate that part of the fact that even though they're doing rest hold, they're still always moving, like they're always doing something.
Yeah.
That being said, it was like, rest hold, rest hold, rest hold. Oh my God, a drop kick. Rest hold. Oh, he fell back on him, pinned. Woo. And I don't know what the crowd reaction was because number one, it was dubbed over. Number two, the camera angle was so close and the lights were off. So you can't really tell the crowd reaction.
Yeah, I think that dubbed over thing wasn't unusual for the time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because they would take all the old house footage, you can't hear shit anyway. So you might as well dub it over and tell the people at home, voiceovers. JR and Tony, they always talk about doing voiceovers.
I thought I was watching the wrong video when I started hearing the voiceover.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this?
I did watch the wrong videos.
Oh, Devin. So you're the Devin of this episode, huh?
Oh,
Boom,
geez.
Rusty.
Royal Rumble 98.
Yeah.
I watched. It was Baron Rashke and Kurt Hennig versus. It was Kurt Hennig and Baron versus the Road Warriors. It was actually a pretty decent match.
All right, my only excuse for that for last week is we didn't have him in the group chat. Like this time, it's actually in the group chat.
I think your allergies were messing up that day too. That's all I'm going to say.
Coach, what did you think of this particular? You picked this match. Why did you pick this one?
For my dad. I really didn't even watch him. I'll be dead honest with you.
What the fuck?
Well, listen, did you want me to lie and say they're a 5-star?
No, it makes for good TV.
Yeah, no, because I wanted either to be validated or to get my mind switched. Not that I thought that he was great, but I kind of idolized the guy. But he kind of is boring. I can still keep his.
It's the memory thing for you, man. I'm glad to do the because I know how much your dad meant to you and stuff. I don't know that much about it, but in the past couple of years, I've definitely know.
I got 5 good matches of Baron Rashke today.
Your dad. I think we're doing it for the nostalgia and the memories.
Yeah, I mean he's a good.
God,
dude.
we're not doing it for the matches. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, I appreciate that, and I'll tell you what I thought. I mean, it's definitely realistic. Like it looks like stuff hurts. I think that, and then we'll get into this.
You have a stroke in the middle of that? What are you saying? Realistic.
And also, I think he's a character. He's definitely
he's
a character.
That's true.
He's animated.
Yeah, we did.
Oh my God! Can Mike? Once every time Mike starts talking, he cuts
right
out.
when you talk, dude, it cut out.
But
Try to
anyway,
talk again.
I think if you're and we'll talk about this with all three matches. If
Yep.
you're a fan of wrestling like we are, it all starts somewhere. It's all a part of it, and know your history.
That's
You
right.
know, and this is part of it. I'm sure he's a Hall of Famer in a lot of ways. I don't know if he may be a legacy Hall of Famer with WWE of some sort. I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
he's
don't
in.
think
I'm
so.
sure he's in a wrestling Hall of
Has he
Fame.
not made? Granted, I didn't research that, but has he not made?
I didn't
it?
research that either, but he'd probably be in the legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the
Yeah,
legacy
yeah.
is more for guys that weren't really known for WWE time. That's the way I. What the hell's so funny, Devin?
Huh? You.
What are you laughing at,
Just keep
dickhead?
talking.
Why?
How
You.
rude.
I'm just listening. Oh my gosh.
What are you high again?
I wish.
Oh, I wish. Like it's so unusual. Every
Nah,
time he
there's-
went to the bathroom, he came back stinking.
I'm laughing because there's someone else here. The clock just struck 4:24.
All right,
Hilarious. That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Anyway, I figured he's probably in the legacy if he's
Speaking
in
of clock striking 420 and out of this world, the second match is so we're doing the Kurt one. Am I correct on this?
You're gonna do the Mr. Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I watched Baron versus Andre the Giant. Can we talk about that one too?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying because it was in the
That's
chat,
good.
wasn't it, Adam? Thank you.
Yeah, that was in the chat too.
Validates with the point. Because I
That's
had
what
to
I
ask Brad,
watched.
which ones are we doing? Because you posted fucking 7 matches. Which fucking
I
ones
watched like 3 or 4 of these already.
But speaking of drugs,
Not that
this
hard.
one was
Not that hard.
Baron von Raschke versus Kurt Hennig in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes. The showboat.
The Showboat Sports Pavilion. It was
See, I didn't
taped.
even watch it. I knew it was at the showboat.
It was
I
taped
watched it after.
May 14th, but it aired June 25th. Fun stuff about these old matches is having to find out what the fuck happened and when it happened. And I only knew it was a Showboat, and that's how I linked it up, actually, Coach. I saw the banner thing in the background, and I was like, okay, so it was at the Showboat. So I'm trying to link up shit and dates and everything. So from what I found, taped May 14th, aired June 25th, 1988.
So
I've been to the showboat twice, but I didn't remember who was there. We went to Vegas all the time, living in San Francisco, but I don't remember. But
Well, I
it was
went to-
cool.
Showboat in New Jersey
Yeah.
and saw GCW last year. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Heck,
Anyway.
hey, shout out to Jersey, right? Woo!
Anyway, this match was a little bit cut off. The video I had. So, do you remember? Did you happen to catch who the announcers were, James?
I heard them, but did not know who they were.
Me neither.
It was
One
an
of-
AWA taping, though. So whoever the AWA people were at that time, you could hear Kurt like loud as hell, and you could not hear the commentary. 'Cause he's like, "Give me
One of
some
them was Axel
competition."
Henning. One was Axel Henning.
Ah, see, I thought but I didn't know.
Yeah, when I was listening to it, and you can hear him, talking, but one of them was Axel Henning. And then, towards the end of the match, he got out of it and went to the match.
Because you could hear Kurt loud as hell.
So we had a backdrop by Mr. Perfect, and he went for the pin. Neck breaker by Perfect.
Yep.
Reversal by Baron.
Ah, you missed it though. That pin after
Please
the
help
neck
me.
breaker.
Help me.
Yeah, after that neck breaker, he went for the pin and he kicked out. And Kurt's like, bullshit. Real fucking loud. Yeah, like
Well, he
I
was
said, you can hear him
definitely-
plain as day.
Definitely working the crowd, I felt for sure.
Ew.
Nice hip toss by Van Raschke and the claw by him as well. But then Henning punches the referee and there was a DQ. I have to ask Coach in this particular instance why you picked this match.
Well, I picked it because it was Kurt Hennig, and I wanted you to see him in AWA because
Okay.
a lot of people say that this was his best time. But I did not realize that Baron von Raschke was such a stiff and the match would suck. So you really didn't get to see Kurt Hennig's greatness
That's okay.
because
It
he,
is
he
pretty
had a great
perfect.
series against, this will be in year 5. We'll do Nick Bockwinkel. Now that guy could wrestle.
I really
Um,
looked to find if I could find a longer version of this match, and I
No.
could not find it anywhere. But
Oh,
this
you
was
wanted,
not-
you wanted more of it. You wanted a longer version.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Always to me. Why do you think I'm single? Boom, roasted myself.
So, anyway, it was always nice to see Mr. Perfect and Baron Von Rashke together. Was nice. Not much
His name
meat on
was
the bone.
Kurt Hennig,
here.
Brad. This was pre-perfect.
Yeah, pretty perfect.
He was perfect in my heart.
Oh,
The one was it? I seen one match y'all sent in chat, but he got tangled up in the ropes by his neck. Is that the
Yeah,
same
I watched
match?
that one too. That was in the
So
tag
you're
match.
saying- There, Bob. We're gonna hammer.
That was the tag match that was in the group chat.
Absolutely
Ah.
amazing. What you guys see in the chat and what you don't see in the chat is amazing.
But
I
that
just
was,
text
yeah,
Evan.
True.
yeah, Mike, I watched that match too. He bladed himself right there in front of everybody.
Yeah, he
I
bladed
mean,
him.
right there
and
in front of God and everybody. You can see him.
yeah, right when he got hit. I mean, because the chair hits. Did
And
y'all not
the
watch?
shittiest chair shots I've ever seen.
Are
in
y'all
my
talking
life.
about a match we ain't even covering?
Yeah, I
It's,
know.
it's in
shit
the
right
chat.
I
And the
watched
thing
him,
is-
by God. I'm going to fucking talk about him.
The two
That
of
is
them.
So, yeah.
true.
So, Adam,
We're in
so
the
that's-
chat.
So Adam, let's talk about it. So
Yeah,
what
let's
about
talk
when
about it.
Actually, this
You guys-
he got
sounds
hung
like-
up in the ropes by his neck, and he was coming to hit him with the damn chair?
No, he was placing it on his head.
He was placing
And
it
at the
on his
same
head.
time,
Brad's
he's caught in the ropes
Brad
and
is
they're throwing
out.
people against the ropes.
And he's
So
back.
he's jumping around in the ropes and
And
shit
he's
all the
back out
time.
again. He's back.
It was hilarious.
I'm making my Thursday night football picks on my fan
This
board.
sounds like a perfect moment to
Yeah,
go to
perfect
Mike
moment.
for
Go ahead,
a
Mike.
perfect moment.
Okay. So Mr. Perfect,
What does that mean?
I think
What does that mean, Mike?
it means I get to pick my moment with Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect.
Is your,
And
is
I
your
think-
perfect? Is your perfect part is when you get caught in the ropes?
It's a pun.
Yeah, when he gets caught up in the ropes and he gets tapped in the head with the chair and he blades. That's my best perfect moment.
Great shit.
Besides that one, my second one is when he joined the Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
He was the Wolfpack.
They're back
He
causing
was-
mass destruction. Guess who's
The
here?
fourth,
up,
the
Wolfpack
fourth
Boys
member.
Wrestling.
He was the fourth member, right behind Kevin Nash, Conan, and Randy Savage. And it was the same night they debuted the Red and Black
That'd have been
in WWE.
perfect. I
It was
was
a
gonna
Perfect
frame
way to
something
start.
and put it up, but I didn't get to it today. And speaking of the Wolfpack, it reminded me of it because it would have been a perfect transition. I just want to give a personal shout out to Denovius. He did a really, really cool thing for me this weekend. And I just want to give a personal shout out to him.
You said a perfect transition. I like that. A perfect.
Have a nice day.
Hey-oh!
I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bang, bang.
Yeah, right? Freaking
But yeah, that was
Look,
mine.
It's still unreal.
I'm standing next to you like,
holy
oh,
fuck.
I have a card in my hand.
Because he
Damn.
could have just walked by and been like, oh, hey, James, that's cool. And then he's like, kept walking. He's like, hey, man. You know, I was like, hey. And he kept us
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
day and a
yeah.
half, like 2 days.
That was pretty sweet.
It was pretty badass. He's like, I didn't get many people to look at it. You know, a lot of people thought it was cool, but this guy thought it was really cool too. And he opens it up, and I was just like, holy shit. So yeah, I'm
That's
definitely
badass.
framing that. Like, you see,
And I'm
that
sure nobody at
poster
home
board,
knows
like,
what the
size-
hell we're talking about because there's nothing here that we've given an indication of
Yeah,
what we're
okay,
talking about.
for
so-
everybody, fuck it. We're just gonna go off on
Yeah,
Denovius
tell
for a
'em.
second. So Denovius was working all fucking Top Guy weekend, you know, to bring it back to 2 weeks ago. He worked the wrestling showcase, he worked Top Guy weekend. But I had an old printout of Terry Funk's last match where JR was head of talent relations at that time. They let Bret Hart go and do this. They didn't normally let, you know, a lot of shit happen, especially like with other promotions, but it's Terry Funk, so they let Bret and like Mick Foley and like all these talent go over there to, you know, honor Terry Funk and Amarillo. I remember getting that newspaper printout, and of course we didn't go because we broke as shit. Tickets were $20 and we didn't go. Like that's how growing up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's an investment. So but yeah, I remember being like, man, I wish we could go to that because you see Bret Hart on TV at the time. Like this is 97. Like he's hot. This is pre screw job, like a month before the screw job. It actually happened on September 11th. But anyway, to get back to it, they're showing the
Months
thing
before I was
backstage.
born.
Everything's before you were born.
It was before
This whole
Devin. The piece
episode
of
is.
paper I had was older than Devin. But yeah, Mick Foley, you know, saw it backstage. Was like, oh, I remember that, and signed it. And Denovius was like showing him backstage. So it's Like, he's the MVP of that whole situation. So just a personal shout out to Denovius, Mick Foley, because he signed it. Like, you know,
Sounds like
Mick
that
Foley's
was
a great dude. Denovius is a great dude. It was cool shit. That's all I'm trying.
Sounds like that was the spirit of Schomburg, James.
It doesn't.
That's
Boy,
how the
I
Wolfpack rolls.
got a spicy little rendition coming up for that.
All right, so we're not done.
Oh yeah, it's some mark ass shit. That's all I'm gonna say. And I don't mean any one person. I mean mock. It's some mocks.
All right, where are we at in this?
I don't know.
freaking
We
show?
had a perfect moment with Mike. That's what
Guys, I think it's time for a break.
Oh,
Oh,
God
Nitro
almighty.
break. Woo!
You know what's not refreshing? Pepsi Nitro. You know what is refreshing? Coors Light. Talk about a very great beer. And my
That's natural
God,
light,
it's
James.
so cold
Yeah.
and refreshing.
Wrong beer.
You failed.
Man,
make
it's good
some
Nitro
shit.
shots with that
Pepsi.
Nitro.
Fucking
That's what
again,
the
hey,
Nitro's
why
good
does
for.
Nitro Pepsi pour out something weird and then it goes to the liquid? Because I was watching on the last episode while I was editing it, because you poured one on that one. Fuck, whatever. But you poured one
Fucking
on that
Randy's
episode
son,
too.
huh?
And something like
Fucking
something
Randy's
came
son.
out before it, and I was like, man, is Devin drinking poison? Like, is that what that Pepsi Nitro is? Just poison? Because if you look, there's two different colored liquids that come out of there. I'm not shitting you.
Like a Guinness.
Exactly like a Guinness.
Oh, ugh, so
It
Guinness
is. It's the
sucks.
same concept. That's
Ever
the
tell you
way
about my
Guinness
favorite
is
shot
brewed.
with Guinness? It's you take an Irish car bomb, if you know what that is,
Yeah.
and you do the Irish car bomb, and you bam, you drop the shot in and do that. Then you follow it with a shot of Fireball. It's called the Paul Walker. I have said this on this show before, but I take every opportunity to make that joke. That's good shit.
Waka waka.
Oh man, that was a
And
car
that
crash
is
of a
a
joke.
perfect moment.
What a car crash of a joke.
Boom. Look at Adam, man. God, he's good. Are we done with the perfect moment, Mike?
Please.
We're
let's
done.
Well, now we're
Yeah.
up to Devin in the fucking, go time on your topic. Can't wait.
All right, actually, my topic is about wrestling this week.
It's gonna
It
be
is
fun.
about the
Sammy,
newest
it's about
guy.
Sammy.
It is not about Sammy.
Thank God.
He did get his
Yeah, 'cause
ass.
he don't talk about him since he lost.
Hey.
He made some crazy tweet Instagram
I want
post.
to
All right,
make
it's
a
not
very
about Sammy.
badass joke
not about
to Devin,
Sammy.
but I'm going to let it be. But boy, I got a good one. It's low hanging fruit. I'm not going to do it though. Hey man, it's your show, Devin.
All right, I just want to know everyone's opinion
It's so
on
good.
Dominic Mysterio turning heel, joining Rhea Ripley in the Judgment Day.
On his
I
ditty.
don't-
On his ditty.
I don't hate it. I think he looks good.
I
I think
think
it
we
looks
knew it for months, which kind of means it's kind of overdue. I think when they had that tag match, I think there was a Hell in a Cell like 2 years ago or some type of. They had a tag match with the Usos like years ago. It was on Father's Day. The pay-per-view was on Father's Day.
Remember
He
that?
should have turned heel on him then and been like, I'm going to take the name of my real dad, Dominic Guerrero. Slam the microphone and walk. Oh, woo! You want to talk about hate, brother? But
He still could do that.
there's
He
no
could still
coming
change his
back.
name.
If you do that, then there's no coming back from it. It's your one, that's all people are going to remember you for.
One time.
And you don't want to have a gimmick name of Dominic Guerrero because you are, Rey Mysterio's son. You want to honor your dad with your name,
I think that this is, I said it in Schaumburg to you guys. I think this is his way of setting up Rey Mysterio's retirement and induction to the Hall of Fame and putting his son over before he does it. I think he's going to go into the Hall of Fame this WrestleMania. I think he's going to lose to him at Royal Rumble, and then his son's going to induct him in. Because, and I'll tell you why, the documentary came out. And to
Great
me,
documentary.
Yep.
to me, that documentary means you're sort of at the
And
end.
he's on the cover of the game. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
That's that
documentary?
Goldberg treatment,
So I think there's no better way to do it than to put your son over, and then he'll induct you into the Hall of Fame with this whole family, I'm sure.
Is it the A&E one that you're talking about, Brad?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're all excellent. Even Goldberg, who I don't like, they're all excellent, all of them. Anyway,
Did you
what
say
you guys-
Goldberg is excellent?
the documentary.
The
Oh, the
AE.
documentary, yeah.
Yeah. They've all up.
Let me be specific.
Clarify that. You're going to get roasted.
No, but the last one was good too. The one on the story of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
If
really
you haven't
great
seen
episode.
that one, it's got the rock and wrestling connection in there with Cyndi Lauper and Lou
Haven't
Albano.
seen that one yet. You know what's
I'll have
funny?
to
And
check
I
that
mentioned
one
this
out.
to Brad, but I'll say it here. Like, we covered the women's matches and everything, and that used to be put on the back burner. but shit like this would headline. But like, women can't wrestle. I want to watch a dude do 17 sleeper holds and like 4 claws.
All right, based off of that, how do we feel now about Rhea Ripley kind of being the voice of Dominic?
I love it. I think it's
I love her.
great.
I love her to use her womanly ways to get with
I
him.
get it. It's relatable.
I agree with you, Adam.
I would like for her to use her womanly ways to get him to do anything she wants.
You also see that's a pussy whip thing to say. I agree with you. I have been, I've outkicked my coverage a couple times, and I've been, yeah. That's, you know what, you are right. 1 + 1 is 3, babe. You are right.
I want him to start telling her yes, ma'am, and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Doesn't he calls her mommy? Doesn't he?
It's weird.
Like
Yeah,
Eddie
it is
Guerrero
weird.
was Poppy.
They're like 3 years apart.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? See, that family's gone through some shit with WWE. Because wasn't Buddy Matthews like 30-something making out with an 18-year-old daughter? Like, well, on TV making out, but
Oh yeah.
there's
And
been some
that's
weird shit going on with that family.
And him and Ripley are together in real life.
Alexa Bliss he used to be with.
Yeah.
How
But
about
Ripley-
Raquel Gonzalez is with Braun Strowman?
Oh yeah, I said him.
Who is?
Raquel
Raquel
Gonzalez,
Rodriguez.
whatever version they have of her name this month.
Very
But yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I just like Alexa Bliss.
But
and I'm glad
No.
she downgraded, and I'm hoping she does it one more time. Hey, girl.
But I definitely thought that the Buddy Matthews thing ended very, very quickly, and I think that's why.
Yeah.
Because she was just a little bit over jailbait.
Well, in the fact, he was probably like, "Get me the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
They got
He
me.
probably was.
They got me kissing Rey
Gone.
Mysterio's 18-year-old daughter on TV. Get me the fuck out.
I honestly doubt that.
No,
He's
I
getting
really
prime
liked it.
TV time. He was on TV 20 minutes every single show.
Oh, so Bobby Lashley's
Do this
sister
whole
would be
angle.
like, "Hey, load me up again with drag. I'll go back out there."
I don't think
Right.
Bobby Lashley liked being with what's her name either, Lana.
Bobby Lashley's
Like,
he
cover
hated it.
bullshit. That was weird too.
It was weird when they were in bed. It was weird when they were in bed. I'm looking at freaking Miro. I'm looking at them. I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, too
Hey,
far.
I would be out too
And-
if I was him. Get me the fuck out of here.
I'll do it for.
And then the next night she posted a damn thing on Instagram where her and Miro are damn
Yeah.
engaged.
On a
Like,
boat
what
and shit,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Fuck you, Vince McMahon, right?
Bro, hey, CJ
In
Perry
bed with you Monday
Paul
night,
still exists.
Engaged on Tuesday.
but- Woo. And she got with Rusev
That
and he was
guy.
a bigger guy. So shout out to her.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, good shit. Devin, well, Adam, you're up on the old hoo-ha here, the old outline.
My topic is going back old school and watching some of these matches I didn't have to watch apparently.
Right? Watched so many wrong ones, didn't even get the right one because there's so many in the chat. I agree with
He
you. Adam. I'm on
texted
your
me
side.
specifically, and I told him.
Let me go back to that. We're going to do this
Supposedly.
lively.
All right, well, you have a topic. Let's go.
Yeah, you got your
Well, no
topic?
topic is just watching some of this older stuff is just totally different compared to nowadays because we've done we watched the 80s, we watched stuff from the 90s and 2000s, and we did Tommaso Ciampa, so we're doing stuff from the 2010s and 20s, and then we're going back here. It's amazing how much WWE and wrestling in general how it's evolved from
Right.
then to now. And how much faster pace it is compared to then, and like James was talking about earlier, or Coach too said something about how top rope stuff wasn't even done back then. So a crossbody was the exciting part of the match. They started cheering for a top rope drop kick,
Right.
and now unless they're doing 3 or 4 flips in the air, you don't get a response no more.
Yep.
So it's just crazy how it's just evolved from then to now.
Gotta do a suicide dive. Gotta do
Yeah.
the flip over the top.
Yeah.
Cut
Gotta
her
go
off
through
the ladder.
tables
And
and,
then,
all
and then
that
your
stuff.
enemies are
ladders.
like, I'll catch you. Like, I'm with JR on that. It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
There has to be a spot in every match where they get in either a slap or a punch fight.
But the DDT being a transitional move is not good. This is a
Yeah,
head
dropping you on your head, and it's gonna be like stand right back up. Like
I found the text message. I messaged Brad and I said, "Hey, what two matches do I need to watch?" His response: "The Henning one was not a full match, so I reached out to coach and add Baba. The other two were 12 minutes combined. That's all I got."
bam.
All right, that's a solid fuck up on my end.
Basically.
Ye who has talked these shit has
Jackass.
shit thy bed.
So
Sorry, Adam.
I watched five. It's all right. I just gives
It
me a
doesn't
reason to
matter,
give you.
though.
It gives me reason to give you shit.
Adam
'cause
would have
I-
enjoyed watching those
You
matches.
give me shit
regardless.
so much
Just
with
the
my
fact that we
accent
had
on my
to do it,
text
not
messages. So it just gives me reason to give you shit now. But I watched five Bernganya Rashke matches.
Yeah, that's five too
That's
many.
it.
I'll tell you that
And
much.
the thing is, you got the idea, so that's okay. Because we're not breaking these down the way we normally would
Yeah.
anyway. So it's really fine. It's fine. It's just the idea of his style. That's where we're trying to get here, and in the time period, that's what we're getting to. So
It's funny.
great job, Adam.
We talk about the claw. I automatically start thinking of liar.
So by the way, this next match we're gonna get to, there
Well,
is no
hey.
claw.
And there's speaking of soaring at
Right,
high
liar,
heights
liar.
like we are on this episode, it's time for Devin to talk about Giant Baba. So
Oh,
Devin,
yeah.
take it away on the Giant Baba. Can't wait because he's got a lot of shit. So where was he born and what every fucking match did he have? These bios are awesome. Cool
How
stuff.
the fuck
to
did
do
you?
on
I didn't send it
podcasts.
to you. I only
I had
sent
a
it
good time,
No, I'm just saying, me personally. He was born in such and such. He wrestled this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. And then he
All
went
right,
to
I did a
this
bunch
person.
of research
So
actually.
can't wait. Because Baba
So-
has an extensive history.
Shohei
Wait.
Baba.
What is going on with Randy's son tonight, huh?
Oh no, well, there's a leak in my bathroom though. So go ahead and talk about Baba's bio.
You had a leak 2 months ago.
Hey, easy.
All right, so Shohei Baba, otherwise known as the Giant Baba. He was the second child in a poor family growing up that was during the fallout of World War II. His family really didn't have much, so he was forced to work at a really young age. It was actually about the age of 7. And they said he started doing manual labor for his family. Also at a young age, he picked up baseball as a big hobby. And then when he turned 17, he signed his first major league contract with the Tokyo Giants. He played Major League Baseball with them for 5 years. Then after his contract was up, when he was at the age of 22, he was 6'6", 275 pounds, and Ricky Dozen had his eyes on him. So Ricky Dozen spotted Baba one day and recruited him to come train with him back at his gym. Baba started his training alongside the one and only Antonio Inoki, the founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling. They began having their actual first matches about 5 months after training, which seemed pretty quick back then. Soon, Baba was spotted by Vince McMahon Sr., where he was brought to the U.S. for a tour where he would feud and have matches over the NWA Championship with Buddy Rogers and over the WWF Championship with Bruno Sammartino. He
That's
would
money
lose-
right there.
He would lose both the blow-off matches, but he was already made a star just by those 2 championship matches. Back in Japan in 1966, Baba and Inoki would team together to win their first ever tag team championships, the NWA International Tag Team titles.
Right.
In 1972, alongside Ricky Dozen's sons, the Giant Baba founded All Japan Pro Wrestling. It wasn't until 1974 when Baba would get his first ever heavyweight championship title by defeating Jack Briscoe in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Listen, I
Baba
got to
would-
be a teacher. Stop fucking reading and look at us. You know the shit. Present it, pal. You gotta learn how to present.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't,
give it
I
a
didn't
D
order
minus.
books on tape. Like,
Yeah.
All right.
what are we doing
I'm
here?
so glad I did my
Feelings.
research first because I didn't go into that detail.
No,
So
that's all I
Baba,
mean.
he would win the
Tell us about
NWA Heavyweight Championship twice. In his second championship, he lost it to the one and
Sell
only
it. Sell it.
Ric Flair in his
Woo!
first ever
There it
World
is.
Heavyweight Championship win.
There you
Make
go.
us
Get me
believe,
fired up,
Devin.
Devin.
Make
Get me
us
fired up.
believe.
Because of his generous actions and eventually moving down the card to allow younger stars to have the main event spots, Baba would go down to be known as the most honest and nicest promoter in professional wrestling history.
So
Thank you,
he's
Devin. I
not a
appreciate
piece of
that.
shit. He's a piece of crap.
Nicest and one of the best.
No, Shohei Giant Baba seems to be one of the greatest wrestlers that I've never known about until doing
You never heard of him?
See,
before
that's what I'm
today?
talking about. That was good, right? The nicest wrestler you never known. I like that.
I like
You
it
never
too.
heard of him before today?
He heard of
No,
him. Right? No,
I seen like a random match with him in Japan where someone like tried to shoot on him, so he had to beat him up. But
Oh,
some
the
of the-
fat dude. Yeah.
that's the only other Giant Baba match I've ever seen before this.
I was
So-
just told he was like the Andre the Giant, the Japanese Andre.
I'm definitely gonna go back and watch him though, because he seemed to have like the knowledge of the business and the moveset down. So I really want to watch his match against Ric Flair.
You should watch Andre and Baron von Rashke. I watched it earlier.
Yeah, it was
Good
in the
match.
chat. It was one of the ones.
Good match.
Maybe.
Andre beat the shit out of him. I ain't gonna lie. 10 minutes of Andre beating the hell out of him.
Oh,
Next.
What? That was it, Brad.
That's
but
it.
yeah, that was the Giant Baba's bio. And that
Oh,
kinda
match
leads us
intro
here
by James, I guess.
into
Yeah.
our
Well-
match: the Giant Baba versus Baron von Raschke.
Fucking yeah. Hell yeah. Speaking of that, and it took place, it was December 6th, 1975 at the All Japan Pro Wrestling Open Championship League match. Day one. It was held at
Tokyo Dome.
Tokyo. What's that?
It's a Tokyo Dome?
No, it was actually in Tokyo, Japan at the Adachi Ward Gymnasium. I
That was
googled
my
how
other
to
pick.
translate
Where?
Adachi, but yeah, that's how you say it.
Hitachi,
Adachi.
like the TV. Hitachi.
Oh, Adachi, ADACHI.
Oh,
Adachi Ward
Adachi.
Gymnasium. Match length 8 minutes 9 seconds. But that's enough about that. Take it away, whoever.
I guess me, huh? Hey, James, who are the announcers on this card?
Oh, well, funny you should ask. I even tried to turn on closed captioning and couldn't even get no shit. It was a guy and another guy. And they were live and in color. Seemed really enthusiastic. They brought a lot to the presentation, I assume. Who knows what the fuck they were saying? Because I don't even have a second language, let alone English may not even be a preferred first, because Lord knows I don't speak it that well. But
I know for sure a couple times they said it's a dick grab.
I did hear that, yeah. And then I heard I think they said what they said? They said something like it was something mean, like I can't remember the word they used now.
All right, well, Coach, tell me about
I
this.
knew I should have wrote it down.
A lot of squeezing the stomach in this, Coach. What is that all about?
well, I did some research. It wasn't Melsner. It was a Japanese version of Melsner. His name was Hidori Nakashiwa. In his newsletter, he said
Fuck outta
that
here.
Baba had a ab injury in the previous tournament.
Oh, makes sense.
Now, that was not disclosed to the public at the time, but due to Baron von Raschke's strong ties with the German government, the information was relayed to him by a covert spy in Tokyo. So he got the information and he thought that was his way through it. I mean, if you look, Bob is like, how the hell did you know I was hurt? And he goes,
Inoshki had a spy, is that or someone spied Inoshki's or whoever wrote it?
I already
Nakatoshi.
forgot what I said.
That's it should be in your notes, Coach.
So anyway, a lot of stomach holds, a lot of
Yes.
wrist holds. What would you call the Giant Baba style, Adam? Yeah, I called on you.
His style, well, all he did was, all I seen that match was him laying on his back.
Yeah,
and doing
right.
the tops. So I call it lazy because he's on his back. That's lazy
That's what I
style.
thought.
Yeah, that's what I
Robotic.
wrote here. I
Robotic.
said Baba been on his back most of the match.
He did chop him once or twice.
Trading shots, not the good kind.
Yes.
Heyo.
This
Another
doesn't look
wrist
like
lock.
strong style to me.
Baba
Did
bit
it look
on
like?
his back.
Did this look like strong style to y'all? Because it didn't look it to me.
Baba with the comeback. Back to the wrist
Oh,
lock.
what he stand up?
And then out of nowhere, big boot by Baba, drop kick by Baba, pin. What the fuck?
It was a 1 foot drop kick.
Yeah.
He even hit him with both feet.
Over.
Pump
Match
handle
over.
kick. Call it
Comeback
by its
by
proper
Baba.
name. Pump handle.
Oh, he stood up. Woo!
And that's
No.
all I got. That's all I got. So let's skip around a little bit.
I
and
would
go to
say that the claw on the stomach reminds me a lot of let's say bad Mexican food, where it has a claw on my stomach. So I definitely related to that. Like, hey, I'm with Baba on the selling that. Because when that Mexican food got a claw on my stomach, it's the Bellagio. My toilet turns into the Bellagio.
Wow.
Yeah, then you gotta go in the
Yeah,
stall with the
waterworks.
handles, and you gotta claw the handles. Yeah, squeeze
Waterworks.
them.
So let's
Right.
move
Well,
on
yeah, it's like dripping sweat when it turns to bad Mexican food.
because I know Coach needs to go in about
No,
5
I'm
minutes.
fine till top of the hour.
Okay, never mind then. Back to you, James.
The guy canceled the appointment.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
Cancel.
The foundation of my house is cracked, so we
Did he
were gonna hire
delay
guys to come over
the-
and evaluate.
Like, did he delay the thing or just be like,
His
hey,
car
not
broke
coming
down.
today, go fuck
No,
yourself.
his car broke down. He'll be here tomorrow.
You don't want him to help
gotcha.
you anyway.
I don't know if I want a guy checking my foundation when his car's breaking down.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how
Ain't
much
gonna
I
lie,
trust
my
that
car
guy.
was dead. Like I didn't start it for so
It
long.
better be a flat
My car
tire.
was dead, and then the dude was like, "Sorry, I had a little car trouble on the way here." Like the AAA like bullshit that I called.
Nah, in
was
Arizona,
okay.
the batteries dry up real quick because it's so hot. It happens
Yeah.
all the time.
I don't want the guy with a broken car looking at my broken foundation.
Right?
Give the guy a shot.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Ed
we are on
recommended
movie and TV
listen-
time, Coach. Or Coach, if you want to talk about anything else, like your loose foundation and guy canceling. But hey, you got a movie TV time?
I
He's
sure
gonna
do.
think of one.
No, I
Fuck
got
yeah.
it.
Nail it.
1985.
I was 11 years old. How old were you,
I was
Brad?
born.
I was 9.
I
Tell
was one.
Randy
Nice.
that his son said
Mike, were you born?
1985 is the year he was
I was one. I was born in '84.
One.
My dad was
Well,
6.
Probably
Well, maybe one. I was born in October.
Probably one of the premier 80s kind of to watch a movie for a chick. Like a chick, the hottest chick in the world, Kelly LeBlanc. She was a smoke show in 85. And she was the star of a movie called Weird Science. Any of you guys
Oh,
ever
yes,
seen
I've seen that
Weird
movie.
Science?
Oh, I seen that movie. Yes,
That is some
the,
spank bank
that's
Oh.
the
material.
featured
Sorry, I had to
movie
blow my
from
nose.
85.
I was sneezing.
I've seen that movie. I tried to replicate it a couple times, never
That
worked.
is some spank bank material. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
I
talk
tried.
about the dudes in it, huh? I'm talking about. Let's talk about Robert Downey Jr., who played Iron Man, was in
Right.
that movie.
And Anthony Edwards, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you, James.
This is why you do them FMKs, so you can just talk about fucking dudes. Which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing
Yeah, right.
wrong
What
with
are you
that.
saying? I love
But,
that movie. though.
two of my a lot of my really good friends are, gay. So I don't give a shit about that.
So here's my question
Yeah.
about the movie.
Swing it back to that.
The whole premise is these two guys create Kelly LeBlanc, take different pieces of this and that. So I'd like to ask you guys, I'd like you to pick 3 different women and what part of their body you would add to your creation.
This is not going to be sexist at all.
Huh.
Oh boy, can't wait for the lady feedback on like, oh, so we're pieces of object. You just take a part of it, just let it down.
No, I'm
Can't
saying
wait.
in spirit of the movie. Fine.
I
Don't
hear
put
you.
a person's name to it. Put a
Oh, you're
mannequin.
good. Hey, you're good.
You want a mannequin with big boobs? You want them with big areolas? You want them with a big ass, tight thighs, a big belly, hair on her chin? You choose. I don't care who the woman is.
This
What
is a
3
layup,
characteristics
coach.
in
This
your
is such a layup. I
perfect
appreciate
woman?
you for it. I wouldn't choose 3 women. I would just choose one woman. Her name is Pam Beasley. And I don't know if she'll listen to this episode, but I don't know if I would choose 3 different body parts because she's perfect in every way.
I'm a stem off James's. I'll just pick Erica.
Oh, I knew it. I knew you were gonna do that. Yeah, well, he said, but Erica.
That's it.
That's not in the spirit of the game.
All right, how about this?
I'll pick one. Go, y'all go ahead.
All right, let me go. I got Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, and Alexa Bliss, all wrapped up in one.
That's a nice pick.
So we're doing a blend of 3. I thought we were doing like so and so's tits, so and so's ass, so and so's.
Well, no,
I ain't picking none.
I think he cleaned it up. I like the way Mike.
Yeah. So now we get to call 3 women beautiful. See, that's good thinking.
All right, so I'm gonna use my best versions of these women, of the best times. Now, I don't care what parts of them they're all good parts, but I'm gonna pick 3. And my one is Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella.
Did you get the Carfax? You hope they're good parts.
Nikki Bella is there. Kim Kardashian is there.
Oh.
And Terry Hatcher. Terry Hatcher, as in Terry Hatcher during Seinfeld. Terry Hatcher during Lois and Clark.
They're real and they're spectacular.
Yeah. 3 women, dark hair, dark eyes, big everything. I'm in. I don't care.
Oh wait,
I will give you the
I got it. Can I add a 4th?
That's a little much.
Can I add a 4th?
Okay.
Megan Fox. I just seen a damn Instagram from her recently.
You brought up dark-haired women.
My God.
Wait a second. Can't leave Megan out.
Megan Fox, right now, like, I won't name what part, but got my theory up on there.
Like the check under her hood. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
this
just
is
saying.
Terrible. This is so terrible.
And she's with fucking MFK or MKG or whatever the fuck his name is.
See, this is more
Machine Kelly.
This is like dude drooling looking through a window type shit.
Yeah.
Well, then cut it out then.
No, I'm good. I want to go. I want to go.
No.
I think Alexa Bliss is one of the sexiest women of all time. I will give a honorable mention. I didn't really know much about Karen Jarrett, but wow. I did not know
I'm in.
she was that fucking good looking. Like, God. Jesus. That being said, she was an honorable mention because, of course, I had to get Alexa Bliss there. Got to get Rebel. I think she's just, and my dad's like, that's why you get on that happy hour. I'm like, well, fuck yeah. And that shot thing, my dad talked about the shot for, God knows how long. I think on the 13-hour car ride, I think he mentioned it 6 times. And those 2, and I'm going to go with the new age one. And, of course, we all know who I'm talking about, Nikita Lyons.
Ooh.
All right.
Give me some of that. Because I think I kind of like him, like I'm a thicker guy myself. So, I can't, I'm stumbling at my words, She makes me stumble at my words. Point made, I guess.
All right, so I'll go. I
like Erica.
I got the 3. No, it's one. I'm gonna take the actress Sarah Hyland from Modern Family. I've had a crush on her since that show started.
Ariel Winter, who the fuck? What are you talking about?
Sarah Hyland.
She's hot.
Beautiful.
Which one is she?
She's the oldest one.
The older sister. Okay.
The younger sister with the glasses. She played the nerd, but in real life, woo!
She got a breast reduction.
Ariel Winter. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, they're both beautiful girls. Both beautiful.
Not that I knew.
Not bad.
All right, so my first one is Sarah Hyland. My second one, I'm coming back to wrestling and going with Zelina Vega.
Good pick.
And my third, I got to go with Stacy Keibler. She's got the.
Oh,
fuck! I forgot about that.
That's one of my 3. I swear to God, that's one of my 3. I was going to say Stacy Keibler.
I totally forgot about.
As soon as Coach said the thing about mannequins, Stacy Keibler's legs went on those.
Yeah,
mannequins.
exactly. I swear I was going to say Stacy Keibler, Rosalind Sanchez from the movie The Boat Trip, and Tennille Dashwood.
I thought we were just doing wrestling.
I thought Tennille Dashwood was actually your girlfriend, Mr. Facebook.
I claimed it when somebody asked me. He's
I like how you did that with the
good
arm
looking.
up
I said,
thing.
yes,
I like
she
how you
is.
did it with the arm up. That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll round it off.
All
Her
right.
arm was around her waist.
Hey,
Brad. We got Brad.
Take, Rebel.
I went.
That's right. My bad.
I'm going to take
You must have
Sasha
just done
Banks.
Don't
golf.
the fucking
Who?
chicken.
Sorry, Coach. Restart
Sasha
those.
Banks. I'm going to take that one as my
Attaboy.
second. So Sasha Banks, Rebel, and my celebrity crush is Zendaya. Make her number 3.
Mm.
She's
There
beautiful
you
as
go.
well.
Nice.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to like Anna Kournikova back in the day. Big time.
I saw someone recently. I don't know her
Victoria
name.
Silvstedt, she happened to be Playmate of the Year in 1997. She was
I
first
should've just
issued
named
in
3
December
porn stars.
1996. Don't know how I know that, but go on.
You know, I mean, I'm back to Karen Jarrett now because
Bro,
I mean-
I did not know.
Bro. Yes.
that is right
I'm
right
telling
up
you.
my alley.
Because my
then
dad,
when
my
I-
dad watched TNA and all that stuff. I didn't watch TNA like at all. So he was like, "Hey, yeah, that feud with Kurt, blah blah blah," and he's trying to like, "Do you think Kurt and Jeff were at the hotel at the same time?" I'm like, "Dad, that's like old hat. Like it's over."
I know,
I
but when I
showed him the
ran,
TNA match.
ran into them
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
hallway, I ran
Dude.
into. I've told you guys all the story, but when I ran into Karen and Jeff in the hallway on Top Guy Weekend, he's introducing me to her. I basically walked
So
into the
fun.
room. She's like, "Who are you?" And a half hour later, he's hitting Corey Forster over the head with a guitar.
Hey,
it was
she
a
is a
moment.
Yinzer too, so shout out to Pittsburgh. She's a
Definitely a-
Pittsburgh gal.
Definitely a marked out moment for me when Jeff says to me, he goes, Brad Stanton. I'm like, fuck yeah.
You know what's funny is he said
That
to my
is the
dad when we
coolest.
walk up at the meet and greet. He's like,
No
"Oh,
doubt
y'all
about
guys from Georgia," and I was like, "No, we were with the guy." He was like, "Oh,
That
okay."
So when I got up, when I pulled in with my taxi up to the hotel Friday, it was
$68.
Oh, big
Yeah, it's
time.
$75 for a taxi. But
Sorry.
when I'm getting out of
Never mind.
the taxi right in front of me, Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett, the very
Nice.
first people I seen in Chicago.
So you
By
got
the
to see
way-
her step out of a cab. Because you got to bend
33
over and like
$33 for an Uber
Look at that.
to the airport.
Boom. Picture was
Yeah.
her right
He's
there.
so
I took
fine,
the
dude.
bus
I'm not
back.
even,
I
like-
paid 20
She's
for
really
a bus
cool.
ride.
She was awesome, the
Damn.
last, match thing.
$3. I took the bus to the airport. Going
And
back.
on the Efren's Family Feud deal, killed
Awesome.
it. I want to give a
Yeah.
shout out to Efren.
Oh,
That
yeah.
fucking Family Feud thing, like that
Yes,
was
sir.
more interactive and the crowd involved. Like that was the most involved thing
That
there.
was amazing.
MVP Efren.
And I saw him before that, and I was like, "Hey, man!" I saw him Friday afternoon. Me and my dad get out of the elevator, and he's in the lobby. And you can tell he's kind of nervous about some stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, man. When is that thing?" Because I thought it was Saturday night, and I was like, "Hey, man." He's like, "No, it's tonight. It's in a couple hours." And I was like, "Oh, well, I bet you'd be good." He's like, "Yeah, man. Thanks." But then he crushed it, dude. Like everybody had a blaster in that.
He
That's
had
not even the-
amazing-
Efren was also a announcer for the wrestling showcase. Called out Ernest the Cat Miller and Sonny Ono.
Yep.
He had a big
Tremendous
weekend.
time.
Man, that Family
Efren,
Feud
big
dude
fan.
crushed it. Like,
Big fan.
there's no Rebels karaoke. Wah, boo hoo. Like everybody's bitching. But bro, that Family Feud,
Hey. Rebel made
karaoke
it
was
up
a
for the
thing that we
karaoke.
watched. This Family Feud deal was like, good answer. Like, oh, they get the answer.
He's over with the top guys. For sure.
Oh man, it's so badass, dude. So I want to give a shout out to
we
Efren.
have his
That was
back for
fucking
sure. We love
fun.
him.
That
We
was a
love him.
lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Great dude.
Killed
Biggest
it, man.
pops were
Crushed it.
him, were when he his
crushed
Family
it.
Feud, and when Dave Miller comes out and counts 3 again. Every time, those are the biggest pops of the weekend.
That was cool. Like, because they're all talking about the match on the stage, and everybody's just like, here it comes, here it comes.
Yeah,
here it
we're
comes, here
ready.
it comes."
We're ready.
And they're like in the middle of talking about the match, and then like you see, yeah! Everybody's like, I think Rick and somebody were talking, and we just completely like blew them off, like, hey, palm water's about to run out.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It was Eddie was signing pictures and talking about weekend. Man, that was so cool. That was really fucking cool.
I had
Hey,
mine up in my
awesome.
classroom.
Stephanie's awesome. Like that. Man,
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
what a life, huh? What life do we live? Like
Yeah.
what a life.
I tell you what, it's the life we want. That's what it is.
You're damn right. Hey, if you want it, it's there. That's
Cheers.
what I'm saying.
Cheers, definitely.
Cheers to that. That was fucking. That
Cheers.
was what a life, huh?
Yes.
So speaking of Schaumburg, James,
Oh man. Well, the spirit of Schaumburg, I could go through, all of my mishaps and everything. I did because this is crazy, because now that I think about it, I don't really know if I want to make this rant. But here goes nothing. Fuck it. Because Sometimes I feel it. And Adam, don't get offended because it's not towards you, but I know you may take some things personally. So Frank last week talked about marks and all that stuff. The term mark, not as in marked people, but mocks, fucking mocks. And it kind of got me thinking, and I really do agree with this. Like, I think that term is old hat and dead, and it's carny talk. So number one, if you're trying to have your sport legitimate, but yet you want people to respect you, but then you're going to be like, oh, there's a mark right there, referring as carny talk. How are you going to be taken seriously if you're talking in carny? Number one, I mean, it's not the 50s and 40s and 60s anymore. Like, let's be real here. Number two, football fans, like, we don't get called marks. I understand that's a legitimate sport, but like, if there was a football team calling their fans like, oh, look at these fucking mark ass fans, like, it's weird to bitch out your own people that pay money to support you. That's pretty much where I'm getting at. There may be fans that may, hey, did that really hurt? Like, all that stuff. They're innocent in asking that question. But don't be like, fucking Mark, and like walk off, because that motherfucker paid to see you. He pays your salary. I go to work every day. I do my shit, and then I come home and pay my bills. You're out here fucking sucking dicks you're out here wrestling for no houses, and you're fucking getting like, oh, I got a hot dog and a corn dog. So isn't that the real Mark, being out there in the ring? Is that not the real wrestling Mark? Because you do it for the money and the fame and the power and the glory. I believe if you're like, I'm a casual fan, but if you're out there like, hey, can't wait to, like, you break in the ring and like, let's say in the indie business, but you're going to call the fans there like, look at these marks here while you're fucking making $10. I mean, are you not the real Mark? And then to work your way up to the big time, like, are you not the biggest Mark? I'm sorry. I mean, I understand they make money and I pay to see them, which I do. But here's the thing. Do I pay to see them or do I pay to watch wrestling? Because wrestling's gone on without, Stone Cold. It's gone on without Hulk Hogan. So, yeah, we do pay to see maybe you, but we pay to see wrestling. So when you're gone out of the picture, guess what? We're still going to be going. You didn't run the ship. Wrestling ran the ship. So would they not be the biggest marks? The thing is, I just want to retire that term. I think it's fucking trash. I pay you to live. Like, I pay your way of living. And you're just going to be like, oh, this fucking idiot. It's stupid. Wouldn't you embrace, like, thank you? Not just shit all over like, these fucking idiots.
Hey,
I think the mark term is outdated. If we're going to refer to carny language, it's not 1920. Like,
Cunnilingus?
get out of that.
If we're gonna throw out kayfabe, we need to throw out Mark.
Thank you.
The terminology. If we're gonna not say kayfabe no more, we don't need to say Mark.
Out the door, then Mark is not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
You're not fooling me. You're not fooling me at all. I'm coming to see you perform. You're not like, it's not a magician like, oh my God, David Blaine stayed. Like, it's not that shit.
At Top Guy Weekend, Jay Lethal actually said that. He said the biggest marks in the wrestling sport are the wrestlers themselves.
The ones that take their time to make jack shit and go to these shows, or the ones that like waste their whole family to like do this shit. Like, that's some mark ass stuff to me. I'm just saying.
Chad
I think
Epic.
Didn't Chad Epic say the same thing?
Yeah, Chad Epic said the
terrible.
same thing in the interview. Yeah. He said, we're the biggest marks of all because we became them.
Well, here's another Schomburg story. Speaking of Jay Lethal.
I pay a ticket, hang out for 3 hours. You dedicate your whole life to.
Just to show you how much of a mock Jay Lethal is. Okay, we're standing in the Starbucks line. We get to talking. He looks at me. He goes, weren't you at Ric Flair's last match? I said, yeah, I was sitting there in the front row. He goes, oh, okay, yeah. And I said, he goes, did you by chance get any pictures of me? And I said, but I do. I took a picture of him sitting right there like this, dejected with all the confetti coming down.
Mark James probably got some badass ones too.
Yeah. He goes, will you airdrop that to me? I said, sure as shit, I will. I said, wait, just stay here and make sure it goes through. Boom, boom. Shook hands with him. I didn't think he was going to be on stage. I thought he was there with AEW, just in Conrad's back room. So it was a good surprise.
He was straight up legit too. Like Jay Lethal, really cool. Like, hanging out, talking and everything. Like, that was badass. I have a lot more respect for Jay Lethal. Like, since he's been with AEW and especially building up to this and post this, I really think that was a good. It legitimized, Jay Lethal. It probably legitimized Jeff Jarrett in a lot of people's eyes too, because they got to see like that's what the reason we changed the channel was he was so good. But we were actually watching this one and saw it in the flesh. Like, holy fuck, Jeff is good at this. Like, because I think it validated Jeff to some degree. Like, that motherfucker gets it. I don't know. Jay Lethal, shout out.
Shout out for sure. He was great. Love seeing him. And his imitations are great.
Yeah. The main goal, or not goal, I guess, but the main thing was like, I think the Mark thing just needs to go away.
Yeah.
Like we're at a point, like Adam said, kayfabe is blown out the door. So don't call us Marks for helping you support you.
As of now, we're not allowed to say it on the show.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, we got a banned word.
Banned
That
word.
means we can't have anybody on the show named Mark, including Mark James, Coach Mark James. I'm sorry.
No. We didn't ban Marks.
No, that's the other coach.
Oh.
Yeah, Mark James is always allowed on here. Shout out. I like Mark James. Clarendon College. Hey, he's cool. I like Mark James.
Man.
I think I missed a chance of saying one of the women earlier because the Britain's Got Talent, the two women judges from Britain's Got Talent. Yes, sir.
Well, ironic that you talk because waka waka waka, it's time, Adam.
Yes.
What? Oh, I'm dropping stuff.
America's favorite news segment.
Why don't you do it without your shirt on?
Oh.
Shirtless, waka waka waka.
Because I want them to listen to my joke.
Waka waka waka.
I don't have a soundboard. Pow, 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 pow. The air horn.
All right, so I asked my dog what 2 minus 2 was. He said nothing.
Smart
I was
dog.
wondering where that was going when you said it. Ask my dog. I was like, well, it better be good.
So I turned down a job where I would be getting paid in vegetables, but the salary was just unacceptable.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sounds like working for company tokens like they used to do back in the day. Historical lesson. Go
And
ahead.
this is the one I told y'all the other day. My sister asked me if I seen the dog bowl. I didn't even know he could do it.
Ah! His hands couldn't even fit in the holes.
Exactly. I didn't even know he could bowl.
He's here all week.
Man.
I got plenty more. Did it?
Step.
Waka waka waka.
Yeah,
That was great.
That all you got?
I was gonna keep it down to 3 because
That's a joke in itself. Speaking of jokes, Brad.
I got $1 for every time I heard that one.
Not you
All right.
personally, but
Any dollars.
line. It's in the flow of joking. So, Brad, show us this whatever you're gonna do.
All right, so we're back on the desert island again, everybody.
Fuck
And
yeah.
we can only bring one match with us to watch for the rest of our lives.
Jesus.
And it's from Top Guy Weekend. So it's either
Oh, good wrinkle.
Friday Night SmackDown. It could be Clash at the Castle. It could be what is the
The
one?
wrestling showcase.
The wrestling
Oh,
showcase.
this is
for
easy.
sure.
This is easy.
With the best of both worlds. What was the one with NXT called? Come on. I had it.
Oh, Worlds Collide.
Worlds Collide. And then we have AEW All Out. And,
I got
anything
mine.
else? And you know what? You had a GCW show that you went to,
There
Adam?
were 2 GCW shows and Effie's gay breakfast brunch.
Yeah,
Whatever
big
it's
brunch.
called.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Was there a match there?
Yeah,
It's
they
a
did a
wrestling
show.
show, Brad.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought we were just
Yes.
drinking.
There
I thought we were
matches
just drinking
there.
mimosas. I thought it was just a brunch. I was ready to.
No, that's what the name of it. Like
Yeah.
the
These
first,
big
I
gay
liked it better.
brunch.
We were just hanging out and eating.
the first GCW show was called 4 Cups Stuffed.
Yeah, I might go to another GCW show soon. I love them.
But
Anyway, Devin, what do you got? You're first. You're not first, Adam. That's not the rules.
I want to go first.
All right. So I didn't watch SmackDown. We watched the Rampage after
Rampage,
with everyone.
Call.
Yeah, we
We
really
watched
worked
that
hard
in
on
the-
watching that.
Yeah, it was on a projector. I heard.
Then I didn't watch any of the
What the fuck,
Clash
dude?
at the
Did you watch
Castle
anything
other than the
after?
main event. I watched the main event with James. And that's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, you
We
couldn't
were,
see my
we were
phone. It was
38
great
seconds
shit.
behind you.
And then somebody, who else had their phone out? It was like a minute ahead.
Me.
Yeah. I was with
Good
freaking
stuff.
Whitaker over here. We were 38 seconds
No,
behind.
that's when we got the baby beers.
Yeah, me and James was watching it right there at the table.
Motherfucking baby. I like how Brad, hey, to update our listeners, the baby beers were $2.50 a piece. And like Brad said, if they would have been up front, like, hey, you can't order 2 drinks, we got to give you a baby glass, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just hang out with the, Brad was right on that. But yeah, they brought out the baby beer. And not saying I'm an alcoholic, but some others would. But I had to say something like, hey, like, what the fuck is this? You know, I didn't
felt
word
like
it
there
that
should've
way,
been
but I
milk in
did
there.
ask about it. Like,
There should have been milk in that thing.
You order 2 beers at a time, but then I go to any bar, I go to the fucking concession stand. I order 4 or 5 at a time. Me and my dad ordered 6 beers and 2 vodka lemonades. You know, they didn't give us baby beers. They gave us like adult beverages. That's what I'm ordering, an adult beverage. Would I order 2 beers if I couldn't handle it? Like, would I just be like, get white girl wasted off of 2 beers? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That really did upset me.
I
'Cause
was
I
there.
had to ask, like, but the thing is, they were discounted. They were $2.50. They weren't full price. But yeah, I digress. Go
That
ahead.
was like $1 a sip.
Go ahead, Devin. What the fuck?
Okay, so I didn't watch SmackDown, barely watched Rampage, didn't catch most of Clash at the Castle.
Man, I'm glad I picked you.
You need to
I
watch
was there,
Clash of
right?
the
Good
Castle.
shit.
That shit.
I watched All Out, all of it, and then
In person?
no. But I was in person for my first ever indie show at the Wrestling Showcase, and I had a hell of a time there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
You're
think
welcome.
I would choose the Wrestling Showcase to keep
Just
it
the
Yeah,
whole
on.
Jacob
thing?
fought too.
You
Yeah,
get
I
one
mean,
match,
dude.
asshole.
You had to pick one match.
oh, it's one match.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ,
Oh.
Yeah,
listen to the
Jacob
man.
fought too.
I thought it was one show, one
Stupid
match.
ass. Prick cocksucker.
Okay, one match. I'm gonna choose that
75
triple
fucking
threat,
wrestling
triple
shows.
threat
Pick
from the
something.
Wrestling
Just
Showcase.
Make it up.
Fuck.
You
Which
stupid.
one?
Matt Cardona
Chelsea Green.
versus Jacob Fatu versus
Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander. Yeah.
There you go. All right, Adam. Yeah,
Oh,
you're ready.
Well, mine's gonna be Walter or Gunther, whatever you
Fuck
call him
you,
now.
dude. That's mine.
Oh well, it's mine
You
now
can both
versus
pick
Sheamus.
People
thinking
can
something
like the
else.
same shit.
Gunther
No.
versus Sheamus was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I wanted that one. Never mind. Dickhead.
It's- What? Did you just shit
That's
all
why I wanted
over
to go
Adam's
first. I was
choice
afraid-
like that?
I was afraid one of y'all would pick it. That's why I wanted to go first.
Adam was really funny last week, and we just like interrupt and shit on everything he says. Maybe that, you know, Adam, I don't blame you for doing Talk About Theater, man, because every time you're on here, it just seems like we cut off the greatness.
All right, Whitaker.
I appreciate that,
I love
brother.
it. Scissor me daddy.
No!
Oh,
Jeez.
hell of a
Yeah.
tag match.
You see, they got the t-shirts now. It says, "Oh, scissor me, daddy." They got t-shirts now.
Pick mine.
I was
asshole.
watching the Dynamite post All Out, and I was like, "Hey, mom, I got to see this. The owner, this thing happened, that immediate thing. An employee called out the EVPs next to the owner, which is kind of insubordination, but I guess the owner's there. I don't know what the fuck happened, but anyway, they're gonna do something, you know, blah blah blah. So me and we're at my sister's house eating supper. So it's me, my mom, my sister, and my niece and nephew, and they're being rambunctious and all that shit. So you know, that segment, the scissor me daddy ass, all this stuff happens. And my mom's like, they really sell those shirts? What is this? What's this about? Like, and I'm like, oh, this is like, my mom's never seen this. And there's just scissor me daddy ass all over the TV. And she's like, so what is this? Like,
She liked it.
you watch this. What is this? Like, what are they doing here?
Hey, I bet
Scissor me
she's friends
daddy
with Devin's
right
grandma.
in the crowd. And my mom's just like,
Did she know Devin's grandma?
Great.
Devin's grandma's a freak too. Remember when she came over and knocked on
How
the
many
door?
times do you think Devin's grandma has said "scissor me, daddy"?
I hope none. I hope never
That's-
in her life.
See, this is where we're such a good podcast. We are the best.
Hey, put a picture, and then I can give a fair assessment if she's ever said it just by looking at her. I can't do it without looking at her.
All righty. So who's up next on the deserted island?
Go ahead, Coach.
I am gonna go with the Eddie Kingston Japanese guy match. And,
Ishii.
Yeah, Ishii in the
Tomohiro
buyout.
Ishii.
Pa, pa, with all those chops.
They were chopping the
I know they
fuck
were
out of each
getting
other.
criticized for it, but that was real. That was a test of strength for me. I thought that was badass. Two bulls. Bang.
Nice.
There was nothing fake about that. That was strong style.
All right, James.
Randy Sign.
Yeah, thanks. Randy himself will like that.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know.
But I will say that the main event, literally everyone was standing the whole time. I know, the guys that weren't there, the main event, everyone was. I'm sorry that I'm boring you, Brad, but the main event, they were the whole crowd stood for the intros and then never sat down. And we were like relatively close. And I just kept like Megan was on my right, and I'm like, Megan, no one's sitting. I was like, it's a 50-50 crowd. Like no one was sitting. That being said, I wouldn't choose that match. I really don't know what the fuck to choose. I talk shit on Devin. Like, there's 75 shows. Pick one.
You're going with the ladder match, aren't you?
I like that one.
God,
I did.
are
I
you
love
kidding
that
me?
one.
No. I will say, homeboy walking out, like, he gets the chip, and the devil walks out to a, please allow me to introduce myself. Oh, it's so sick. I was in the crowd because he walks down the, like, we're pretty close to the ramp. I was just singing it like, holy fuck, who is this? Who the fuck is this? And then it said, I've been gone for a long, long year. And then they're like, you think it's MJF? You think it's MJF? And I was like, who the fuck are the other guys?
I didn't
find
know
out
what
they're
song it
the
was.
firm.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Also, shout out to MJF doing a 20-minute promo on Dynamite and then passing the microphone to Stokely or whatever his name, and then him talking for another 20 minutes.
That's
if I was in the live crowd, I'd be like, I paid a ticket to fucking Phil Donahue. Like, what are we doing here?
I think the term is lazy booking.
No, I pay money
like
to see wrestling, and you're just gonna like, all right, I'm done talking. Here you go, group that I'm supposed to be managing. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Group that I'm supposed to be managing. Like, what does that?
I mean, talk about putting people
on retainer.
Talk about not having a good idea, so let's just put 5 people together.
That being said,
I agree.
I feel so bad for Ethan Page. Ethan Page has gotten shit since he's been there.
Well, he's gonna make a
Yeah,
run now.
I thought, I also brought this up on a Zoom.
Who ain't
Hello,
doing nothing?
Top
Come on
guys.
down.
Exactly.
But,
Hey, we're not used
Ethan
good in a
Page was
while.
supposed to be the future, right? And then now they're kind of diverting to what's his bucket? Ethan or not Ethan Page, the other kid that just beat so and so for the Ring of Honor deal.
That's specific.
Well, it was.
Oh, you're talking about
Danny Garcia.
Yeah,
Garcia, yeah.
Danny Garcia.
They started with Ethan Page, like, oh, they're gonna push him. They're gonna push him. Now it's moving to Garcia, like the push. So is Ethan Page out of the shuffle? Because I thought he was like gonna be the next.
Well, here's
big
what
thing.
happened last night.
Everybody
Ethan Page-
said that shit, blah blah blah. And is Scorpio gonna turn face? Because I'm down with that.
Where is Scorpio?
Scorpio's
Right,
a
where
badass
is he?
dude. He's a badass wrestler. Hung out with him a couple times. Probably didn't even know who the fuck I am, but
Scorpio Sky is
awesome
a
ass dude,
cool
man.
ass dude.
And a good wrestler.
So what
That
match
being
you
said, I don't know what match.
pick?
What was? Hell,
A
there were
hard
15
question.
matches on that card. Hey, the FTR one wasn't bad. I actually like that FTR one. So I'll go with that one because that's a dependable match,
I'll say goodbye.
But the Cero Miedo was good too. I don't know.
Unfortunately, Coach is going to leave us. He's got something at the top of the hour. So,
Oh, well, I want to explain this. In Arizona, we have been having monsoons. So pray for our state. We've had a lot of flooding. And due to the monsoons, we moved the high school varsity football game from Thursday night to tonight. And I'm the announcer. I'm kind of the Michael Cole of Camelback High School. Did I send you guys a wave last week? Didn't I send you guys that picture?
I think so.
That video of the wave? Yeah. So I love doing that. So that's why I got to go. Kick out crew. It's been great.
Hey, go announce
see
that
all you
shit,
guys.
man. That's cool.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
please.
Coach.
See ya.
Bring the fire.
Good
Uh,
luck.
You know what?
Hey,
I'll do a
bring the
shout
rain,
out.
baby. Bring the rain. Oh,
I'll do
my
a
bad.
shout out
Wrong
tonight
quote.
on my-
Wrong one.
I'll do a shout out on mic and have my wife tape it. We can put
Shout
it
out
on,
to the kick out crew.
right.
That works.
Hey,
Okay,
because
guys.
then, hey,
All right.
Have a good night,
sometimes
Coach.
high school kids and the crowd may need to hear, like, hey, things get tough, kick out of two. Because that's what we do. We're the kick out crew.
No, it's gonna
Brad,
be
fucking
incognito.
dick.
It's gonna be like, oh, that guy kicked out. Crew.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone pull out your phone and subscribe to the kick out crew right now.
right.
Yeah.
Go to their TikTok. Devin uploads shit daily.
Right. And on that note, see you guys.
See you
Bye.
guys.
Later. They are high school kids, though. They probably do love TikTok.
So I don't think "bring the rain" was the right thing to say when he's talking about a monsoon and shit.
No.
So, my man.
Fine. I am
That's
gonna
why.
pick,
See, that's why we're the best.
I'm gonna pick
You know?
Gunther and Sheamus as well. Adam.
Oh, do we have
You
any
can't be like
listener
me. I knew
questions
it.
now and throughout?
So Gunther and Sheamus is definitely the pick for
Oh,
me.
sorry.
That's
Brutal-
such a
I
good
usurped
match,
your-
man.
Speaking
I
of
guess I
usurped,
gotta go
did
watch
y'all
that.
like how at the wrestling showcase, Cordona won and Alba went up there to get the interview and sure enough rips the mic out of his hand and goes up there and does it himself?
That's
Yeah,
fun.
I think I thought that was pretty freaking funny.
Yeah, Alba did too. You know, that's wrestling, brother. So, listener questions now and throughout. I think we had two.
You have some questions.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get to all of them today, but you know, because we have
We'll get to two
so
of 'em.
many, and
We'll see if
do
we can fit 'em
appreciate
in.
the questions at Kickout Crew. That is
So,
at
This is
Kick out
Brian
crew.
Haremza. Did you guys pick this topic because some of you talked to my mom at Top Guy Weekend, and Baron is her favorite wrestler from childhood?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is exactly the reason
We
why
did it for
Brian,
you.
and thank you
That's
for
why
that.
we did. Why did we not get this question beforehand?
That's
This
what
is
I'm
why we
saying.
did.
We didn't pick it for Coach nostalgia on his dad and everything, but you know what? We also picked it because, hey, not only is it Coach's nostalgia for his dad, it's your, you know, thing for your mom. So that's exactly right, Bryant. I'll pull my coach on that one.
So he's
It's
also
your
Did it
show.
for Mama H.
because that was obviously a joke. But his second question is,
No, I know the Japanese dirt sheet rider tried, you know, Trisha Takanawa. That's a Family Guy thing, but yeah. Oh,
Bar-
Ain't that from
Baron-
Family Guy?
yes.
Baron had stints in WWF, NWA, and AWA. Here we go. I'm sorry Coach is gone for this one, but which promotion do you feel Baron is the most associated with?
Oh, Lord.
WCW.
Has to be
WCW.
well, Crockett
You
or
think more
AWA,
so
I guess.
than AWA?
I don't know. I was pretty involved with the Japanese beat writer back in the day. I'm not gonna be. That's rude. Trisha Takanawa, you know, I was reading the dirt sheets in Japan. Baby, did you know that the Baba match, whatever the hell the coach said? No,
So yeah, we obviously don't know a whole lot.
probably
about,
AWA and you know NWA Crockett.
we want to. We did some research here. Coach did a really good bio on it. I would say AWA and Crockett as well.
Shout out to WHW.
AWA, we have Bernganya.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, thank you to Bryant Haremza for being
The
supportive. and-
only questions.
But you know what? It's a tough topic for our guys. I was actually surprised Pyres didn't jump on this because he's one to get into this.
Oh, did he not?
He did not.
Oh, I thought he did.
Nope, that's all the. Well, if he
Lads,
did,
I just wanted to say that since football season has started, I have been very busy. But I did want to ask you a question about Baron von Rashke. Sorry, his internet.
Compact.
you are in rare form, my friend, tonight. For
Hey, man,
sure.
I've been gone 2 weeks, and
I can tell you got it all in.
it would be cool if people like this podcast and be a friend and tell a friend. Just throwing that out there would be really awesome. We do have a lot of good
Tell a friend,
fans,
tell a
and we
friend,
are
tell a
word of
wrestler.
mouth thing. We're not sponsored by anyone except for the cold, refreshing taste of Natural Light.
Hello,
Metro
David.
Pepsi.
Jingling, and you can't even see it. Look
Right.
at
All
nothing in
day
my hand. I have
IPA.
nothing in
I'm
my
not gonna
hand.
lie, dude. I want to watch the video again when we're done. And this is breaking the fourth wall. This is kayfabe breaking. I swear the doll on the window moved in the middle of this. I swear to God, I saw the doll move. The doll in the
Probably did.
window Not
22
you,
episodes.
Brett. Hell, I'd rather do the
starting to get
show.
weird.
Hey, keep those papers in front of your face because we can't see it. It's football season.
Next.
But yeah, I swear to God, that doll moved. That being said, oh, fuck yeah. Dude, you misspelled his name. We have Devon's demographic.
You know what's funny? That's autocorrect, bro.
This is 22 episodes.
This is how it should be spelled anyway. Freaking why?
What's funny is I had a friend named Devin in high
Millennials.
school.
He's not even a millennial.
Junior high and high school. He spelled his name with an I, Devin. So you had a lot of chances to get it right. Boy. So, hey, we're going to go to Devon's demographic. Reverend Devon. You know, get the table. Nah, we're going to go to Devin's demographic.
Yeah.
All right. So
Go ahead.
my demographic was supposed to be about last night, Sammy Guevara winning the world title. As this
It'll be
episode
a
drops.
week old by the time this
Yeah,
airs.
you'll never be able to read that shit.
But my Devin's demographic of the week is now going to be about his intriguing tweet that he posted pretty much.
All right,
thanking
good to go to
AEW.
Devin. Yeah, so
Mike's name minute. Yay!
what intriguing tweet did this guy shit from his brain through synapses to his fingers and thought this was a good
Sammy
idea?
Guevara pretty much thanked all the fans, thanked AEW, thanked Cody, thanked everyone he stepped in the ring with for everything and all the support throughout the past 3.5 years in AEW.
Yeah,
Hasn't
Tony
said
Khan told him to do that because he was shitting on Eddie Kingston.
that was weeks ago, though. This
First-hand knowledge.
is
So is
kind
Tony
of
Khan a boss because he just let an employee shit all over his EVPs in a press conference?
He's
Yeah,
retiring.
Poor Dominic D'Angelo, huh? He was right there front row for that one.
I don't give a fuck about, hey, fuck them. Shout out, this is Mindy's Biscuits. Fuck them.
They're not open
Mindy's
Mondays
Bakery,
and Tuesdays,
you know.
by the way.
I bet they've been flooded with business.
Yeah, but they're closed
Probably.
Monday, Tuesday.
So,
we're
yeah.
Thank you, Devin.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah,
He's
that's
just trying
about
to
it.
save
God for
face.
another
Is all he's
Sammy
trying to
segment
do.
on this show. We've only done like an episode about Sammy and probably, I don't know, a segment every episode. Good stuff. Trial coming soon. This shit.
2.0. Oh, wait a minute. Another
Oh.
Devin's demographic of the week. The 2.0 is gone. It's now just NXT, black and gold again.
Did they say
I've-
black and gold? Or did they say
I've
pink?
watched-
It's actually black, white, and gold.
I've watched 2 episodes of 2.0. That was the very first one. Didn't care for it. And that was the very last one. Didn't care for it.
I remember
I
they had a
know-
wedding on one. One of the last ones I watched, they had a wedding, and I'm like, well, done with this.
Yeah,
Those
they're
days
redoing
were
the
good.
performance center and everything now.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion on why people don't like it. Because they built that brand for a lot of years with those characters of Ciampa, Gargano, and you learn to love them. They develop, and they basically just started all over again with brand new people. And you got to learn to like new characters. So I think in another year you will.
I think
I
it'll be
mean,
different
hey,
now.
Braun Breaker's my dark horse. Well,
He's a badass.
with Cody being all this injury bullshit, he's probably going to win the Rumble. But before Cody's injury, I was like, Braun Breaker's winning the Rumble.
Just so you know, rewatch that match. If you haven't watched the When Worlds Collide, watch the Braun Breaker Tyler Bate match. It's really, really good.
Oh, Tyler Bates, amazing.
Because
God,
the way
that
I would
kid's so
book it is
good.
Braun Breaker win the Rumble and beat Roman at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
That's
Cody.
how you make
Uh,
the next motherfucker. You know,
Triple H did a really good interview a few days ago with, I think his name Ariel Hawani.
yeah. I like
He
Ariel.
talks about NXT. He talks about, I mean, it's a damn good interview. It's about an hour long, but I mean, it's very intriguing on what Triple H's plans are for the future for NXT after the 2.0 and why it was done like it was. I mean, he asked him some damn good questions, like he even asked him about AEW. He said, were y'all punished? Was it looked at as y'all getting punished for losing to AEW? And he goes into detail about all of it. It's a damn good interview. Y'all need to check it out.
Yeah. And I
Definitely
would
will.
rewatch that match as well. I would watch if one match on that pay-per-view, you all have Peacock. Watch the Tyler Bates Braun Breaker match. It's excellent.
I like
Carmelo
Well,
Hayes and Ricochet was
Oh,
pretty
another
good.
one. Excellent. Excellent. You're
Hey,
right.
well, Brad's looking at his watch, so that means that the minutes
No, I'm
are
not.
taken down.
I'm not looking at my watch.
Not currently. I saw you look at. It's a transition, Brad. Let me finish.
It's actually my phone too. I get a message.
Oh, you got one of them smart
No, we
things.
gotta wait
Smart-ass
till
watches.
when the
Man.
glasses come off is when Brad's ready
Right,
to go.
those are the Google ones.
There we go. When that means he's about
Can I
ready.
just
when that
make the
happens.
transition because it was a good one.
Sorry, James.
Brad's
start
looking
it
at his
over.
watch. That means that minutes are ticking down. And what better minute on this show than Mike's meat minute? So, Mike,
Hey!
take it away.
I
Let it
fucked
play
that
All
up.
right.
out.
So tonight I got a dog fucking whining at the door. Anyways, I got lollipop.
Barking again.
Yeah, right. Lollipop chicken.
Do we have to
Fucking A.
soak the chicken in buttermilk for 15 hours?
He's gone.
Does it got anything to do with crabs? Because I'm tired of people asking me about crabs.
And if anybody wonders why we're
Can
filling
you hear
time,
me?
it's 'cause now we can.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm doing lollipop chicken. So what you want to do is get you a big pot of water.
What color lollipops do you use?
Listen, let me finish. Fill up with water, put it on the stove, and turn the stove on, and let the water sit. And then you get yourself some chicken legs. And about 1 inch from the meat, you want to cut around the chicken and take out those tenderloins and stuff. So you just have that round piece of meat on that chicken. You got it? You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
Okay. So you take that and you want to season it with whatever season you want. And then you wrap it in bacon. Then you season it again. You want to get your grill up to about 350. Throw that chicken on there. Okay. Cook it. Cooks for about 90 minutes. 90 minutes. So you want the temp to get to 185. So maybe
9
not 90
minutes? 9 minutes?
90.
90. Okay, I want to
90.
make sure I had that right. It's a long
Yeah.
time.
And that's an
Not-
hour and a half.
Yeah. An hour and a half. Okay. You want the interior temp to get 185. Okay. So while that's cooking, what you want to do is you want to get some get like 3 tablespoons of butter, get you some brown sugar, get you some other seasoning and barbecue sauce.
Other
And
seasoning.
seasoning, whatever kind of seasoning you like. It can be JR seasoning, it can be broccoli Lester seasoning, it can
Okay,
be
so like an
Hulk Hogan's.
all-purpose. An all-purpose.
Yeah, just mix it in there. Okay.
Wait,
Put it on the
Lowry's,
stove.
Tony
Yeah, put it on the stove on low, let it simmer. Just kind of let the butter melt and everything else. Once your chicken gets about 180, you can start putting that sauce on the chicken.
Drizzling.
Drizzle. Yeah, you want it on there because you got the bacon on there, you got everything on there. It's gonna be nice and good.
Yeah, spoon and drizzle. Drizzle.
Yes. So, but when you do the chicken, though, another thing I forgot to mention is you want to take that meat and you want to push it down. Like you take the tenderloin part off and you take the fat part of the meat, you push it down and let it look like a ball. Is what you want. That's why it's called lollipop.
Yeah, push down your chicken balls.
Yeah. So that's why it's called lollipop. So you do that, then you add your season on, get the temperature about 185, pull it off. You can put some baked beans and some garlic bread and whatever else you want to put on the sides with it. And you let it roll.
Ranch style beans, is that what you said?
Baked beans. Yeah,
ranch style beans, bro. Ranch style
Those
beans.
are off the chain.
That sounds good.
Fuck bushes. Fuck all that other stuff. Ranch style beans, the best beans out there.
Yep. Make sure you wrap
Brand
your bacon
name
in.
ranch style beans, not like, oh, I made some shit. Like ranch
Yeah,
style
they're like
beans.
it's the name of the beans.
Damn right it is.
Very good. And it's a lot easier to eat. It's a lot better. It's amazing because you don't get that tenders and stuff like that hold on to the damn meat.
Yeah,
Sounds
you
freaking good.
biting the ligaments and all that shit.
Yeah, you're cutting all that stuff out.
Sounds
I like
good,
it.
Mike. I like it too. I'm hungry.
Yeah, Mike,
Yeah,
you
me
should have brought your grill to Chicago. Man, it's a bunch of
Yeah, I was gonna put it in my trunk. 'Cause-
A lot of junk.
There
junk
was
in
a
there.
talk about me
Yeah,
and my dad
there
did have
was
a
talk.
discussion
I was
about buying a
willing.
cheap Walmart $20 grill, putting it together and just cooking it out. We
Oh,
actually
you're
did have
awesome.
that. I talked to Mike about it too. This
Yeah,
is a
we were
legit
talking about it.
discussion we had.
I think we
I
just
wish
got
that
drunk
happened.
that-
Yeah, we
got
decided
drunk.
to just go to CityWorks fucking 20 times.
Yeah, I go to City Works and get drunk.
Hell yeah.
That lollipop chicken sounds really good though.
It's really good. Even if you cook meat, you can do fried chicken. You can do any kind of chicken. Next time you do chicken legs, do that. Cut the tenderloins out, push that meat down, and try it out. Completely different experience.
Bam.
Right.
Completely different experience. Thank you for that meat minute, Mike. That's good shit too. Yeah. Glad it was actually meat, and all that stuff. I do. Never mind.
Oh, but wait, I forgot about the water. Remember at the beginning I said take the water and put it on the stove and turn it on?
Yeah.
Remember that? All right, well, now you turn it off and just let it sit.
What? So you just love it. I'm just gonna let that one rest. I'm not gonna say that one's for the viewers. That was for the viewers and everybody. You come to your own conclusion on that water because I about spoiled it, but hey, can't spoil the boil. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
Spoil the boy.
So
I
are we
love
done
that
with the
James
meat
is
minute?
looking at the outline right now and seeing his name.
Well, it's y'all's show, so I really don't like to have any of the creative input. Like I would rather it be y'all's show. So if you notice, I have definitely ducked away from shit like this. But now it is. Actually, last time we did this, I was like, I ain't picking shit. And then I rattled out like 4 matches. If y'all remember that back in the day.
Oh, yeah, Seth Rollins and the Fiend.
But I do.
We all picked a person. And
I do got a good one. I do got a good one.
Okay.
I was, is, and always will be. I don't know if you know that, a red and yellow Hulk Hogan type of guy. I thought Hulk Hogan hung the fucking moon when I was a kid. That being said, I am always red and yellow. When he turned heel, it fucking affected me, like, personally. I was a child. What? You got running? You just went mute.
Yeah, I was there.
Ah, that is true. Mike was at Bash at the Beach. But when he turned heel and started doing his heel shit, I couldn't fuck with it. It hurt me to a core. That is my red and yellow hero. Like, that is wrestling. When it comes raining down and it hurts inside, you get the Hulk up was the biggest thing in wrestling of all time.
The mega powers, baby.
You hit him, and then next he just stops and no sells. I mean, it's the biggest, it set wrestling on the map. This is literally why we're all wrestling fans. Hulk Hogan changed the fucking game. That being said, when he went heel, it fucking cut me deep. Like, how can my guy do this to me? So I want to pick 2 Hogan heel matches. And in my opinion, they're two of his losses, actually. And they set not his career, but these 2 other guys' career in a different stratosphere. With
oh,
these
God, Hogan Goldberg.
Hey, wait, is it your turn?
No, I thought that was the match you were about to announce.
Well, hot damn, let it play out. That being said, Hogan hurt me to an emotional core level. And I wanted people to beat him so bad because he was a heel, And he's my red and yellow character. Like, Bischoff came out, smiled, did the dimple bullshit. Man, fuck those guys. Somebody needs to give them their comeuppance. That being said, I want to go with 2 Hogan heel losses that launched a lot of dudes' career. Well, it didn't launch them, but they look highly at them. One of them being the Nitro, the first 3-hour Nitro, where Hogan lost 2 legs. And the crowd goes fucking bananas. This is another cool thing I like about these matches. The crowds are live and in color, and they go fucking apeshit because Hogan didn't lose back in the day. Remember, he had that title, like, pretty much seemed like 2 straight years, but he lost a couple times, and I would like to cover those. That
was a good match.
Hogan lost, and as Adam so eloquently put it, the biggest crowd reaction to a Hogan loss has to be fucking Goldberg beating Hollywood Hulk Hogan in the middle of his undefeated streak run. So those are going to be my 2 matches because I love Hogan. I love the red and yellow. When he went black and white, fucking crushed me. But to those 2 losses that he had, like, fuck yeah, Lex. Yeah. Like, it meant something. The Sting build was entirely different, anticlimactic at best, but I do want to cover those two Hogan losses.
All
They're
right, so
both
the
on
Sting
Nitro.
Hogan.
They're both on the cock. Like, they're both free, you know. So those, I wanted to do a little twist. I love Hogan so much that I'm going to do his heel losses.
I was a
He
huge
needed his
Hogan fan growing
comeuppance,
up.
man. He turned his back on WCW, and he was, you know, fucking. He hates all wrestling fans. You know, they come out there to booze every night. People threw trash. People fucking threw trash at the NWO. I'm getting animated talking about it. It's real to me still. So I want to do those Hogan losses because fuck Hollywood Hogan. Red and yellow till the day I die. That's
I love it.
my
I
two
love
matches.
it. I love it.
Me
Great
too.
job.
This will be fun.
So, I mean, you just said an awful lot. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this on home, I think, James. Anybody else?
Well, you know, give the people your shit, Brad. How can they reach you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought maybe you needed a drink. That was
I've been drinking.
That was a hell of a job, man. All right. So I am Brad at Yes Man Brad on Twitter. This was a very fun episode on Baron von Rashke. We were very much looking forward to doing it. When I heard this was the topic this week, I actually jizzed right in my pants. So that being said, back to you.
Baron
James.
von Rashke cured ED. That should be the clickbait.
So, Devin D19, what?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not following that garbage.
All right. So honestly, I knew about the claw way before I knew about Baron von Rashke. My uncle, when I was a real little kid, used to grab the claw on me and squeeze the crap out of me.
Like 4 years ago, yeah, big deal.
Model of Baron von Rashke.
That's
or fucking Fritz, you know.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably after one of those two legends. And I never knew about the claw until we started doing this research, honestly. Baron von Rashke himself. I've done the claw to my little brothers just because my uncle did it to me forever. So now I was kind of seeing like the originality of it. But it was a fun episode this week, guys. I am Devin D19 on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Follow us on TikTok, Kick Out Crew Pod. Follow us on Instagram.
We're making waves on TikTok. Follow us on the TikTok.
I've been uploading on both of those two social medias, so all right, try and catch them, guys.
Yeah.
What about Snapchat?
That's ELBUODD.
Oh yeah, if you want to hear like, you know, you want to see him and Erica under a tent getting drunk or something. Not a vending tent, not like a tent. Had to clarify.
And I am at Whitaker1028. You can hit me up on Twitter. You got a special recipe you want me to throw here on the show? Throw it at me. And I want to give a special thank to Randy's son. Thanks for doing Hulk Hogan next week. Definitely have to do that. So Randy's son, thanks again. That was great.
Hulk Hogan losses, but hey, go ahead.
Hey, I'm a James. That was a huge.
He didn't do too many jobs, but you know, I'd like
Right.
to cover the
Well,
jobs.
No, but Randy's son, you did good. That's a good pick. I'm very happy for that one. I can't wait to see it. And it's going to be a great show next week.
Yeah, growing up, I was a big Hogan fan. I mean, I had the 24-inch pop-ons poster. So I think all of us as kids
Well,
had
you
that
know
one.
me, Gene. Let me
So,
tell you something, Mean Gene. Yeah, like, dude, he was like, yeah. He was,
I was
my brother, and I have no brother.
I was going around when my mom would take me shopping somewhere when I was a kid. I'd go posing everywhere. I didn't care. I posed everywhere. But and those are two huge matches.
So I want to say something real quick before James sends us off. Back in 1986, I was 10. Okay, and I think I was about in 4th grade.
I was 2.
And well, the thing is that we were to write a book report.
He doesn't mean also. He means
or not our book report, but a report on your hero. And everybody had different heroes up on the wall. And my hero was Hulk Hogan.
Damn right it was.
And I have.
He was a real American. He fought for the right of every man.
They did not want to give me a good grade on this because back then, it was still a little like, what? Wrestling? You know, come on, dude, really? Well, I did it.
What's right? Fight for. I mean, come on.
Well, here I am. Like, this is a long time ago, and I had like a black and white newspaper clipping of Hulk Hogan. It was inside of the paper, the construction paper, and then there was the report. So he is my hero. He is. Conrad says it all the time, but it is true. He is the reason I am a wrestling fan. Am I still a wrestling fan because of him? No. But he is the reason I started watching wrestling.
True.
So I'm excited for this as well.
Thanks.
So you guys can catch me at Adam_from_Bama. You can also catch me on Top Guy Theater, since I never put the show over.
Who the fuck is this dude? You have an outro? Like, who the fuck
You
is
can
this
catch
guy?
me on Top Guy Theater. And next week will be an awesome show because I love Hulk Hogan.
That's very pandering of y'all to say.
And we got.
I do want to say, what's funny about last week's episode, I found out more about these guys that I host with than I've ever. I didn't know Devin had that many fucking siblings. I didn't know Brad had the S on his chest. Speaking of Superman, I do want to say this. While I was in Enid, Oklahoma, somebody made this comment. It was like because I have short hair. They're used to me having the fro and everything. And they're like, damn, James, you look like Superman in the face. Like, he paused and was like, in the face. And I was like, oh, whoa. So I can't be like, so the body's not Superman? And then they followed up with, well, you remember when Thor was fat in that one movie? You look like a out of shape Superman. I'm like, all right. I guess, hey, good to be back, man. Love visiting Enid, Oklahoma. Can't wait to go back. Yeah, fun stuff. But the main issue was I found out more about you guys not being on the episode. I had no clue Devin had that many siblings. Brad loves Superman so much he tattooed it. Like,
He didn't even know who Superman was. He doesn't know who these superheroes are.
I got a Batman on my back, so I can't say nothing.
Well, it's funny I made a Thor, fat Thor joke, because Devin doesn't even know who the fuck plays anybody in any movie.
I am not good with superheroes.
Huh?
No.
What?
I know Tobey Maguire is the real Spider-Man.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give
okay.
you that.
I bet you do. Google
definitely not
helped you
Andrew
out a lot
Garfield.
last episode.
I do kind of want to say what Mike was kind of saying. We have Coach Rosie, who was on earlier. Catch him at Coach Rosie, real Coach Rosie.
Real Coach Rosie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the other
Like he's
not
a
the
wrestler.
fake Coach Rosie's. He's
Yeah.
Not the fake one, the real one.
We should make a fake Coach Rosie Twitter.
We should. God.
I take so much effort.
Right. You can't even run our TikTok and Insta. You're trying to
I don't even have a Tiki Talk, whatever the hell it's called.
I was
That's
thinking the
another
same
social
thing,
media
James.
account you got to run.
Well, guys, it was great.
Oh,
Had a
yeah.
great
Brad's
set.
in trouble. So it looks like it's about that time.
Who's
You're
Brad?
talking to someone. It's probably the wifey. I'm sorry.
talking.
James just keeps talking.
Back tonight.
I wish I
We all been-
Schomburg. I was
Hey.
thinking he would talk about losing all of his shit. No, he went off about Marks. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Yeah, we didn't even bring up you lost your phone.
Oh, I lost a lot, dude. The whole thing was a travesty. Woke up late for my flight, had to buy a $500 new one. Went to Chicago, lost my phone. Went to Enid, my debit card wouldn't work. Like, oh yeah, dude, it's been a comedy of errors my past 2
That's
weeks.
because you spent all your money.
No, I didn't. The funny thing is, Chase was like, well, it's a suspected fraud. And I'm like, it's not suspected fraud. Like, I'm using it. And they're like, oh, well, your card's damaged, so you can't use it. And they're like, but you can go to, this is 5:45 on Friday night. Oh, well, you can go to the nearest Chase. I'm like, well, it's 5:45 and the nearest Chase is an hour away. So no, I can't. So I had to cash out my dad, money, then pay a fee for that. So then he puts on his card, pay a fee for that. Then we go to an ATM and get that money back so I have some cash. Fun stuff. That being said, it looks like we are desperately out of time. I am James L. Cori. We are, you are, all of us are the Kick Out Crew. It's not our show. God almighty, someone take it from me. It's your show. But
It's your
you can
show.
follow us on Twitter at Kick Out Crew. You can watch us on YouTube, and this one is a doozy. And listen on all of the podcast platforms. Follow us on TikTok. I was about to say Devin. But follow Devin and us on TikTok. And, well, when life gets you down, you just gotta get, man. I will say this, and this is for everyone out there, because when life does get you down, fucking kick out it too. That's what we all do. because you're here with us and we're here with you. And we're the Kick Out Crew. You're the Kick Out Crew. It's your show. Hope everyone loves it. Hope everybody appreciates it. Sorry for the laughs. You know, but hey. Motherfuckers. Hey, listen, be a friend, tell a friend. If you think we're funny, fucking tell people about us. But that's enough of me rambling. We're out. See
Peace.
everybody.
Goodbye and good night. Bang.